What it do, Eric? Man, I seen that mom and pop ass press conference for the Caleb Plant joint. Psst, that's crazy. But I mean, really though, why spend the money? Why have everybody come out? Why have a big thing, big press conference, rent out a place, get all the chairs, set up the podium for Plant versus Resendiz? I gotta take my hat off to them for that shit that they didn't do one. They're like, nah, let's not even do that. Let's just get on StreamYard. Let's not even do that. Fire up the Discord. Grrr. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking lawnmower. Ernie, what it do? Country, what it do? Damn, Country, you here early again. Cervecero. Real talk, you already know. With the Metro PCS phone. Yeah, I can't even get mad at them, dog. You can't be spending money on a press conference where the co-main is Charlo versus Lamana, and the main event is Plant versus Resendiz. Yeah, y'all, that was smart. That was smarts. Just fire up the Discord, Joe. Fire up the Discord. Shout out to Domo. Charlo had Fent lips on that Corona stream. You think he on fentanyl, bro? We gonna play that guessing game tonight. What influence is Charlo under? Are we looking at alcoholism? Or are we looking at drug abuse? You know what I mean? Because he on something. But I'm gonna say that that's the most coherent I've seen him in years. He seemed alert. He seemed aware, motivated. You know, with a druggie, that shit could change like that. He could be on some shit tomorrow, for all I know. That might have been a lucid moment. Clarity. Because I don't really know what exactly he was on. I always kind of figured it was alcohol, but I could be wrong. I didn't figure it was something hard like Fent. Devontae, what it do?
What up, Jules? How you doing?
Oh, chilling. I just seen that press conference. Well, it wasn't really a press conference. I seen that StreamYard live with
Yeah, that was embarrassing. That Lamana and Charlo thing was embarrassing.
I think he's on both, dude. For real, he's on a bit of both.
You think it's drugs and alcohol, Country?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, either separately or both at the same time. But yeah.
I mean, that's the most. That's the sharpest, which is saying a lot because most of the time, the last 2 years we've seen him, he was always kind of docile, you know, like kind of like he's out of it. Yeah, he seemed like he was under the influence of something. So that's the most sharp that I've seen Charlo in a long time.
Sharp and aggressive. So I mean, yeah, he's not as normal.
I mean, that's a good thing for a fight. That's a good thing for a fight, right? You want him to be sharp. You want him to be aggressive and alert. So he should. I mean, he should beat Lamana. You know, he should. Domo said, "Nah, he was born in the early '90s. He on PC." Nah, I don't think he on that. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. I think Maul is on Sherm. Yo, I don't know, man.
What is Sherm?
I don't know. I don't use drugs. I heard a lot of motherfuckers was on that when I was young, but I don't use drugs. So.
I heard that's an 80s thing. I thought that was 80s.
Sherm?
90s. Yeah.
It is, but I don't know nothing
you don't
about
want to
that.
fuck with that. That's just nasty, dude.
What is that shit, Country?
PCP. Angel dust.
Oh, Sherm? That's what Sherm is?
Yeah, man. That shit ain't
exactly
I never
PCP?
knew what Sherm was.
Cocaine?
I never knew what Sherm was an abbreviation for. I would have never known that.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Jules, do a poll on what mall is on. I mean, shit, motherfucking Domo said he got a fentanyl lips. That's crazy.
You can't be on fentanyl and not die, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, that shit'll kill you,
That shit
dog.
is
Like,
death,
no
bro.
cap. That shit is death. Like,
Bro, less than a rice grain amount would kill you.
I said,
Half
when
a
I was
rice
still,
grain.
when I was still doing security, I found a motherfucker dead in the bathroom stall off of that
On
fentanyl.
I bet you did.
You didn't touch him, right?
No,
That's
in
like-
other words, I was called to the bathroom because a dude supposedly passed out. When I got there, that motherfucker was dead.
Yeah,
He
bro.
was dead. Like, That shit'll
Yeah,
kill
but
your ass, man.
what people don't seem to know about fentanyl is that shit is purely synthetic, like methamphetamine is. The difference is that like it's a new drug in comparison with the other ones,
Mm-hmm.
and motherfuckers don't even know really how to dose it to sell it to people. So they've been, and the amount of concentrated fentanyl you need to kill a person is very very small. So
Yeah.
motherfuckers are gonna one pill should be enough. Not one pill could kill you easily.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what
one
I that's what I heard. Like it don't take a lot to take out a full grown adult. It don't take a lot. Or worse, if it's a bad batch, that's even worse. You know, they're like, yeah, you out of here, dog. You are out of
You're
here.
done. If you don't get the Narcan within the first couple minutes, you're finished.
None of the motherfucker I found, man, they worked on his ass. They worked on his ass for like half hour, 40 minutes. I
You're
had to
done.
stand there and oversee it to close off the section. And it was like, yeah, that motherfucker dead,
That's
bro.
why police. Yo, you can find dozens of videos of police. Like they'll touch just them touching that stuff within a few
Yeah,
seconds.
it could get
they
you sick, bro.
they
It
get knocked out
Yeah,
and they die
contact,
if they
man.
don't have
Contact
Narcan.
guy.
That's
Ugh,
why every police has like 2 sprays of Narcan with them.
it's
Yeah,
dangerous.
dog.
That shit is
Shit is-
crazy.
Bro, it goes
Yeah,
through
shit
your
is,
gloves.
dog.
It goes through your clothes. Immediately your skin absorbs it.
Like I thought the crocodile shit was bad. Y'all remember crocodile couple of years ago?
Yeah,
It
I
came out of
remember. I
Eastern
remember
Europe.
hearing about. I heard
Basically
about
cheap heroin, basically with less good materials, turning motherfuckers gangrene and shit. I thought that shit was bad, but I think this shit is worse
Because
actually. Because this
fentanyl
shit'll kill your
is
ass.
elephant tranquilizer. That's what that
Y'all
shit
talking
is.
about mercury? Mercury can do that too. It can go through.
That's what fentanyl is. Elephant tranquilizer, bro. No human's supposed to be having that shit.
That's fucking crazy. The shit motherfuckers do to get high is crazy. Whoever
Yeah,
mic that
people
is,
just
fix
be-
that shit. Shut
It's
your ass up.
not. It's
Fix
not.
that
the thing
shit, or I'm
people
gonna
are
kick
supposed
your
to-
ass out. I don't want to be hearing no snapping, crackling, and popping and all that shit.
You know you're gonna
on a
hear it no
loud.
matter what. Bro.
People be
No,
killing
I-
With
themselves,
that.
man. The way they be doing with that shit.
Motherfucker inside a
Give-
inside a
give it
box of
5
Rice
minutes.
Krispies want to be on this live.
Give it
Inside
5
of-
minutes. You won't hear
I
it.
was
saying?
muted. I was
It's a
muted.
It was Drew.
part of
Yeah, that was true.
But yeah, y'all seen the press conference. So I guess the question I have is, I think most of us are going with Charlo to beat Lamana. But do you think he'll beat Caleb?
No.
Do you think he'll make it to Caleb or not have another episode?
I mean,
Honestly,
Jules?
honestly, bro, who cares?
That's all.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, bro. Like,
No, that's where
That's
I'm
a-
with that too. But
I'm
like,
like,
why
why are
you
we talking about
sounded
this
like
when
that?
We got Ben Eubank this weekend, bro.
bro, why you said it like that? Why you sounded so sad? Like, bro, who cares? You sound like
Bro.
Eeyore with who cares?
nah, but like,
Gosh.
when was his last fight, Jules? How long has it been out the ring now?
Over a year.
y'all
November.
know
So
this
do we expect Charlo to come back with 2 times in 1 year?
I mean, if they put him in a Betty Ford
impossible.
center, right? Like, if they keep him, saying, like, if they,
The only
Or
way
they,
you
they,
can
they
do
gotta,
that
he's
is
gotta,
if-
so he's gonna fight and they're gonna commit him for 90 days.
That's
they
what I was
may
gonna
have
say.
to make sure he don't do no dumb shit, like to make sure he don't fight no
Put him in
waitress or
rehab
nothing like that.
immediately after.
Is this Mel or Maul?
This small.
Remember I remember how they was getting on Jules that he was racist with the whole BLT scandal. Didn't you Photoshop a BLT on him when you were doing that whole thing?
Bro, the shit is motherfuckers don't understand. I hate all people, all over the earth. I either love everybody or hate everybody.
Equal opportunity, man.
What I can't stand is no bum shit. Like, bro, for the money that you made, right, as a professional fighter, right? You could give anybody on the panel that money, and I guarantee you they're gonna turn it into more money. You are such a fucking loser and a degenerate that you didn't turn it into nothing, bro. All you did was turn it into drugs because you're a fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could give that amount. And you could give that amount because I'm pretty sure that over time he has to have made at least 7 figures. Like, let's just say,
absolutely.
5 million or 10 million. Nothing astronomical, but just over time, over the duration of his career, something in that neighborhood. For you to not have turned that into anything but a drug addiction, bro, you're a fucking loser.
Oh, man.
No. I swear he's gotten at least 8 figures, Jules, from the time the Waddell and Reed money hit till now. I was just overpaying them to siphon the money away.
Yeah, no,
He
I was
probably-
just being modest because I figured that a guy with the frequency of fights that he had on Showtime, and when they had some of that Waddle and Reed money, you just figured that in total the guy has to have made about $10 million, right? That's not a
Yeah.
crazy number in total. So for you to have made that amount of money and you can't pay for a BLT, that's
Jules,
that's
He
great.
probably had a lot of hangers on, man, and that we're just draining him dry, man. That's very common.
That's usually that's how it happened to Hammer, man. But Hammer was trying to help guys, which was his problem. That like you trying to help too many people, bro. You can't take all these. You can't support this many families and shit like that, dog. Like that ain't never been sustainable.
Yo, speaking of like hangers, bro, Manny Pacquiao, what the fuck, bro?
Bro, I don't even want to see that dude.
He gives all that money. You know how much money he gives away, bro?
Please tell me that shit's not real, bro.
No, that
Please
shit is
tell me.
real, bro. That shit is real.
And
I don't wanna see him fight.
I'm gonna tell you the truth that
It's a
like
50-50 fight.
not just the Twitter accounts, right? So you know our boy in production, he gave me a date. That shit is real. I didn't really believe it until like he said it. Like, yeah, that shit real.
It's gonna be on that
It's
network.
like
Yeah.
Really?
It's gonna be on Prime.
Boots need to just move up.
Yeah.
Boots need to just move
I was
up.
gonna say that, Devontae, that for that shit, you know, Brian gonna keep playing games. Barrios, come on, be like that. God forbid Barrios win the fight. He like, I fought Pacquiao. You fought a 46-year-old Pacquiao. And Manny, if Manny win, that's what I was going to allude to. That well, if Manny win, you know he not gonna fight none of. He not gonna fight Boots, bro.
If Manny wins, you know who he's fighting? I'll tell you who he's fighting.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan
Thank you.
Garcia.
Thank you.
Ryan Garcia.
it's like
Motherfuckers see that shit coming a mile away, bro. Like,
please,
that
please,
Manny
this
fight.
cannot
It's like,
happen,
it's like
bro.
handing a video game controller.
And
to
you know
your other
Oscar's
uncle.
salivating. He want Manny to win.
But what you need to do, Drew, is let Caesar finish the sentence.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Come
Because
on,
every
dog.
time Caesar says something, no, because you know, you gotta let Caesar talk, bro. Shit.
No,
Those
I'm just
Mexicans,
saying, like,
let me tell
it's
you,
like,
bro.
it's like fucking handing a controller to your old uncle, bro. It's like
You know what I'm
he's like
saying?
an old ass uncle playing a video game with you. Like, you gotta let him win, kind of. Let him
Really,
win.
I'm mad that Manny. I'm kind of mad that Manny came back because I said it in the video I did that all that's gonna do is create gridlock now. Like you can fucking forget about unification matches. Forget it. Yeah, forget it. It's that's not happening, bro. It's not happening.
You gotta pray that he loses, honestly.
No, I think the
that's-
boxing gods are gonna do us a favor, and the Normans are gonna lose in Japan.
That'd be fucking yeah, but in general, so that we can fuck with Brim, because I'm not gonna leave Brim alone.
Yo, you see he's on the
am
undercard of
not.
that?
Huh?
They got Andy Hirioka versus Gary Russell on the undercard.
Bro, that's a good ass fight, dog.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Good
fight.
ass fight.
Brim
They
is
make me
learning
cry.
Mandarin right now, bro, as we speak.
Could you imagine if both the American fighters lose in Japan, bro? But
Well,
then
shit,
again,
Japanese.
the shit is, it might be better for the division because, you know, they're a little bit more uniform over there and traditional over there, that they're going to do boxing matches. They're not going to sit around jerking each other off and doing stupid shit with
No,
the
it
belts.
is better for
They're
the
going to
sport,
fight.
bro.
Yep.
They're going to fight.
We just need Barrios to lose that belt, because if Barrios loses the belt, PBC lose all the power.
But honestly,
Not really,
if
because
Manny
if he
wins
loses,
that belt,
he
No,
gonna
not to
parlay
Manny,
that.
to anyone
But I ain't
else.
gonna lie for Manny, because like I'm like, you know what? I don't believe the church going Manny Pacquiao. I don't believe you spending that money on prostitutes, bro. Why you broke?
no, he gave it
No,
away for campaign. Shit,
I'll give you
bro.
two words why
Shit's
he's broke,
expensive.
Jules. I'll give you 2 words. Michael Kantz.
Oh, right, you are right. You are right. Michael Kantz was robbing him. That's the dude that used to be his handler for many, many years. You don't see his name anymore, but yeah, Michael probably bled that motherfucker dry. He probably did. But I'm saying you just did an exhibition match in Japan. What was it? Last year, right? He did an exhibition match. You should have some money, dog, for
How
you to
much money
still.
that shit you gonna make?
I'm
Never
saying
that
they.
much.
No,
My
but
dude,
Julius, I'm
Wait,
gonna tell you-
wait. Shut the fuck up. They ain't telling you to go to Japan for fucking $500,000, Michael. I'm just saying that. If they got him over, it gotta be for like 7 figures. Like, bro, they ain't gonna tell you to go over there do this bullshit for like fucking 500,000, 600,000. Gotta be at least 1 or 2 M's. 1 or 2
Hey.
M's. Yeah,
Hey, Jules.
yeah, but 1 or 2 M's in the Philippines is like $1 billion, dog. Like you could
Yeah,
legit
the exchange
build a
rate's crazy.
rocket.
That's what I was gonna say. Is how many people over there did he hook up? Like families and people.
You could
know?
legit build a whole spaceship with $50 in the Philippines.
He was building people houses over there and stuff. So I mean, you know.
No, but let me tell you what it is. First of all, a guy like Manny strikes me like the kind of guy that's not very good to pay his taxes. So that's a problem. Second of all, yeah, you were doing lots of quote unquote charity work in the Philippines, helping people.
Stop coughing.
No.
Fuck you.
Hold in your breath. Hold in your breath before you cough.
Okay.
Motherfucker coughed into the mic like.
I'm not even in the mic though.
Okay.
Yeah, Leo.
In some other places, that will be called buying boats. But in the case of many, I guess he was just helping people for his political career. But now, I think, say whatever you want. Building houses is expensive. Donating money to the amount of people he was on it, because he was giving a fuck ton of money to the Philippines. So, yeah, the chances are he is broke.
That was fucking stupid, man. He should have flooded the streets of the Philippines with heroin, bro. Like, you wouldn't be broke now, dog. You should have just brought cocaine and shit like that. Like, yo, you could be Manny Pacquiao the kingpin. Instead, you Manny Pacquiao the pauper, 46
Dude, you don't
years
want
old.
to do that. They don't play over there with that shit. Dude.
Man, they fucking play over there plenty. They play over there plenty.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers hiding the motherfucker out there. Fuck is you talking? Yeah, hiding them up. If anything, do some prostitution shit. Sell pussy.
Another wild card.
Get busted out there and tell me what happens, man, for selling that shit.
If Manny wins, I know who he's gonna fight over. He'll fight Jake Paul too.
No, he'll fight Ryan. I believe. Remember for 3 years, Drew, they tried to do 2-3 years. They tried to do like a Ryan Garcia thing. Like that shit is way back in the way back. So I think his first choice, and because Ryan is there now, he's at welterweight now.
Then he's
Ryan's there,
Blair,
but I could see fucking Sean Gibbons angling because Jake will take that fight too.
Yeah, but the discrepancy in size is kind of crazy, Drew.
But they were gonna do Tank.
They were gonna fight Blair the Flare.
Yeah,
Blair the
but
Flare call.
It's Jake Paul, bro. He fought 60-year-old Mike Tyson. He don't care.
This the thing. But it's manageable because of the weight. There's no middle ground between a Pacquiao and a Jake Paul. There's no middle ground, bro.
Well, how the fuck were they gonna do Tank?
Bro, I don't. Tank is a homo. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna hide in Jake's. I don't know. Probably gonna hide in Jake's ass. Fall out like doing.
He hasn't done nothing in boxing.
Hey, who was the one talking about eating Fruit Loops out of a bitch's ass the other night?
That was Mike.
That was Leo.
He watched that hardcore Canadian porn, bro. Like that Canadian.
Oh, real talk. No, that was real talk.
No,
I heard that shit.
That was real talk. You right. That was real talk. That wasn't
talk.
even Michael. Yeah, Michael doesn't watch porn. I forgot. He's a Mormon.
No,
I bet you.
He's a Mormon.
Real Talk is on the. Real Talk's probably got a file in the Homeland Security and FBI with his fucking digital footprint.
You probably got to put like a code in to watch them pornos. Put a special
He's
code
on the fucking
in
black web. I know he is. Or the dark web.
Real Talk is the reason they banned Pornhub in Texas, bro.
It probably was. He's watching all that horse porn, bro. Yeah, that's legit. You can't watch porn in Texas.
Yeah,
bro. You can't.
Yeah, they don't
I gotta imagine while I
No, but I mean, it's probably better that way to like, yo, having to remember when we were young, you didn't just get to fucking watch porn, dog. Like you gotta buy tapes or
the DVD shit.
You had to sneak like your Theo's magazines and shit like that.
Yeah, like now, like this younger generation having that access to like your porn was really just a click away. That's too much stimuli for the young mind to where like, yeah, you're not gonna want to fuck as much because you could always rub one out. That's gonna make you docile. Like that, they need to ban that shit.
It is, but it's even worse now, Jules. Like, cause porn's free everywhere, but these motherfuckers are addicted to OnlyFans. It's even worse than just regular porn.
Those are just losers. Will said, wouldn't elderly abuse end Garcia's career? Probably. Luis Mosqueda said, Mike the type of guy to click his heels when his girlfriend
That was funny.
There's no place like home. Oh, fucking Wizard of Oz ass.
That was
You got
funny.
ruby slippers on, Michael?
Yo,
Bro.
I ain't
Michael,
violating.
man.
At least, I ain't do it, Michael. Don't get mad at me, dog. I ain't do that shit. I ain't write that shit. Wasn't me, dog.
But it's been a day, fellas. I fucking
Does
left
not
the
take
movie.
you
I
much
went to
to
go
get
see
y'all
The
to laugh.
Accountant 2. So I want to go see The Accountant 2 this afternoon, Jules. This
Yeah, it
fucking
was good.
Guatemalan broad, probably illegal. She brought a dog in there, and the dog was barking. We had to get her kicked out. She said it was a service dog. I'm like, bitch, it's a puppy.
Then, bitch,
And,
service yourself in your fucking house,
and
bitch.
she tried to throw a drink at me. It ended up hitting the fucking family in front of me. It was just a fucking fiasco, and I got free tickets, so I got to go back.
But here's the shit. Everybody, like, service dog is not the dog that's gonna be in the theater barking. So, bitch, stop
Exactly.
lying. It's not a fucking service dog if he's unruly and untrained. It's not a fucking service dog, bitch. Stay home, get Cody, get your fire stick, and watch The Accountant at home, bitch. Motherfuckers don't want to be around your fucking dog. Fuck wrong with people, man. Shit is crazy. But back to Michael. You click your heels when she do that shit, Michael? There's no place like home. There's
I'm about
no
to
place like
fucking
home.
about to make a fucking AI chat GPT pick of that, Michael.
Yeah, yo, man.
Poor
But
Michael,
yeah,
man. It's no end
you
to
know,
shit.
like I no, but the reason I thought about the Charlo shit earlier is because you know what? If he can return even a small percentage of himself to the fighter that he used to be, it's not actually a foregone conclusion that Caleb beats him. It's not.
Ring.
He's
He
a
let this
fucking
man slap him in his
junkie.
face, bro. He didn't do nothing.
No,
He's
I know.
a junkie.
I know, but I'm saying that he because he looked awake, because he actually he looked and sounded like he used to in 2018, 2019. Like, yeah, if you get that Charlo, we might actually have a fight. Cause I'm never gonna trust Caleb's engine. Ever. Like, nah, you gas out in fights, you winning, bro. You gas out. So I mean,
You know,
I mean,
like 2-3 years ago, it was kind of funny to make fun of PBC for these Zoom calls and shit. Now it's low key sad. Like
Now I just don't care anymore. To be honest, though, I just don't care.
Like who?
Problem
I
is, I
care
think
a
we've been
little
hearing the Charlo comebacks for the last 3 years and shit. You know, just
the
getting
shit
old.
is the shit is that Charlo coming back, believe it or not, would bring an added layer to the super middleweight division, because that opens the door for a lot of other fights. It actually does. Berlanga, Munguia, Mobili, like, yeah. And you're not in a situation where you could stay over there. You feel me? Like, if you stay over there, then you're just not gonna fight nobody. But if you could turn these two fights this year, Lamana and Plant, into 2 wins, yeah, you on the scene, bro. Yeah, you back. You on the scene.
Do you feel like the super middleweight division's drying up a little bit, Jules?
No, I think it's robust. I think it's deeper than it was, because there's a lot there. There's Pacheco, there's Mobili, there's Munguia, there's Melikuziev, there's Charlo potentially, Plant, like, right? Like, there's a lot. Kevin Lele Sajo is still unbeaten, so you can't forget about him. The kid that that Bo Mack is training, the Guatemalan, what's his name?
Lester Martinez.
Molester Martinez. Molester's
Lester Martinez. That was go.
No, but he's good. He is good.
Like Lester the Unlikely. Super
Keep away
Nintendo.
from children.
You know what I'm saying? Like he. No, I didn't say nothing about no kids. He probably be fucking with them animals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guatemala, bros. A lot of goats and shit out there. A lot of cows.
Did we drink the Kool-Aid on Charles Conwell?
No, he just no. No. None of us ever said that he's pound for pound or a world beater. Just that he's a fun, serviceable action guy, and he still is those things. Like, I don't think that loss to Perez was that bad. It wasn't a demoralizing loss, but yeah, you got beat. You got beat. Like, yeah, you lost, but it wasn't horrible though. It's not like he got his ass kicked.
It was a
I think the problem
respectable
is that
win.
Perez lost to Ocampo.
Wait, you talking about Carlos Ocampo?
That's same Ocampo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it makes you
know
think
what?
now, doesn't it?
Yeah, we drunk the Kool-Aid, bro. You can't.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you can't. Yeah, that's
but it was a split
that
decision,
dude.
though. It was a split
That
decision.
dude, the Tim Zoo blasted out of
It was
the
a split
fucking ring.
decision. I think they robbed him in that fight, though.
But in fairness, a guy like Charles doesn't need to be perfect to be a serviceable fighter, because here's an example. If I told you Charles Conwell versus Jesus Ramos, sign me the fuck up. That's a firefight, bro. Yeah, I want to see that fucking shit. If I ain't gonna lie, off of the punching power, they're the same fighter, Charles and Jesus. They're the same fighter, but I would say Jesus has more power. A little bit more power. A little bit more power.
Don't worry about him, bro.
Yeah. You probably should have more KOs.
I'm not taking PBC fighters seriously anymore, bro. I'm just not doing it.
Bro, Charles is not a fucking PBC fighter, you fucking
No, I'm
racist.
talking about Jesus. You're talking about Jesus Ramos.
Oh, stop being racist, Michael. Cut that shit out, bro. 2025, bro. Come on now.
Michael, quit being racist.
He's so fucking racist, bro.
It's the Mexican.
Tired of that shit. It's fucking Canadians, man.
That's my job, Michael. Michael, that's my fucking job.
All these motherfuckers watch 10 seconds of hockey and turn into fucking Karl Marx, bro. He fucking hated it. Fucking hate you, eh? You know what I'm saying?
Never watched a hockey game in my life.
Don't fucking. That is such bullshit. You're not up there wearing bubble jackets, not watching hockey.
You telling me you don't know
the hockey over here, bro? Nobody.
Bro, you
does
watch
Jules, you stupid, man. He said you can't be rocking bubble jackets and not watching.
Motherfucker up there raking leaves wearing bubble jacket. I don't watch hockey. Why don't you stop lying?
It really is
No.
big to white folks.
Sure, dog. Whatever you say, dog. Sure, dog. Luis Puente said Michael jerks off with Canadian maple syrup.
Hey, hold on. Don't let Canadian maple syrup.
Not a good idea,
until you try it. Not until you try it.
I'm not until you try it.
Kyle, have you heard anything on your end about the ETA for the Thurman fight? For Timmy?
Look,
I actually want to see that. I don't know if you guys are excited about it, but I actually want to see that.
I do. I'm down.
Jules,
what?
I've got good news. They're looking at July. Give me 2 seconds. I'll just confirm.
1, 2.
Over to the panel. Michael, do you think Thurman wins that fight, or do you think Timmy wins that fight?
Damn. I don't know. It's like 50-50 at this point.
Yo,
you think it's a
they're
so
really
you look at it
looking
as a y'all gotta let Michael talk. If your name ain't Michael,
to be honest,
quiet. Michael, go ahead.
I didn't see much improvements from Tim in his last fight. I just saw the same thing. You didn't work on any. What the fuck was that?
Bro, who's having a fucking poltergeist?
Did somebody get stabbed? What the fuck?
That sound like when you die in Street Fighter.
It's a roll of paper, y'all. It's a roll of paper. Listen to this. Listen to this. There you go. Chill.
Yo, what the fuck?
It's a roll of paper. When you put your hand, it's automatic. When you put your
motherfucker got no, don't fucking lie. You got haunted toilet paper, bro. Whenever you wipe your ass, somebody's spirit die.
I'm literally
toilet
at my job. No,
but check it out. So Michael, as far as you're concerned, that's a pick'em fight.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything that Tim changed. He doesn't move his head. I would say that what's his face? Thurman still has that power, but Tim still fights too straight up for my liking, and he doesn't move his head when he throws his straight punches.
Country, you agree with that? Is it a pick'em fight, or do you have a clear pick?
I have a clear pick. I'm going with Tim. I think he's back enough that he can win this.
Jules, I have a date for you.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Here they come.
What's with the gay shit?
Bro,
Michael, they're figuring you out, Michael.
You gotta understand, Michael has a lot of fans, dog. I get mail from Michael all the time, dog. Like they want me to give
These be grown ass men.
No, they like you, bro.
I mean, all I can say, man, I guess I'm the highlight of your life currently. So
he got
my life, bro.
Michael, just for you know, if you come, it's only gay if you're gay. Okay?
Yeah.
If you come, it's only gay if you're gay. I got it.
Yeah.
Yep, Michael, you better write that down, Michael.
Because coming is not gay, Michael.
On me or something.
For real, yo. But he said that was Michael climaxing with maple syrup. Keenan said, in the boxing voice, any interview today, Caesar broke some news that Xander versus Fundora and Zoo versus Thurman are being planned for Tank versus Roach 2 undercard. Thoughts? I don't believe that.
No,
No,
it's
no
too,
way.
it's too
I mean,
good to be true.
I thought Top Rank and
No,
Too many
that's
big
not
names.
what. No, that's not why I don't believe it. It's because the entire thing with Zoo and Thurman is bankrolled by No Limit. That is their plan. That is for Australia,
Oh my
right?
God.
That's not for up here. So I don't believe that they're gonna. I don't believe that lands on that undercard. And for those that don't know, they're looking to do it in August now, either late July or August. Davis versus
Roach?
Roach.
You
Yeah,
gotta know
that's
this
when
shit,
they're looking to
Jules.
do that.
Tim Zoo is scheduled for Thurman. It hasn't been announced, but they're looking at July 6th, Jules, on the Gold Coast. We have 2 stadiums available. Both the AFL Gold Coast have the bye, and the NRL Titans have the bye. So you got 2 stadiums to choose from if you want. And the mayor of the Gold Coast has said, let's make Gold Coast the Las Vegas of boxing. And I think they can.
I think they can do it too.
Uh,
Shout out to Luis Puente. Yeah, Michael, I'm using
you read
maple
that
syrup right now. You got
Oh.
fans, Michael. You the
hey,
Carrie
Yo,
Stephens of the
Mr.
do you
show.
think-
Calderon
do-
says, Jules, I'll send you a $5 cash app if you mute Michael for 5 minutes.
Why is everybody fucking with Michael, bro?
Here,
Michael, what'd you do, bro?
I
God
have no idea,
damn.
bro.
No, but let me say this. That if I don't believe that Zoo versus Thurman lands on the undercard of the Davis fight. The Fundora fight, however, that is a possibility. Like, yeah, I could see that. I could see Zayas versus Fundora landing on there, which begs the question: if that ends up being a PBC show, if Top Rank actually, because I didn't know where that was going to land. Y'all, you feel me? I didn't know if Top Rank was going to do that or if PBC was going to do that. I didn't know who was going to do that. But do you guys like Xander's chances on a PBC show?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. It's hard to believe, bro. Because
Nah,
those.
Xander will beat that shit. Xander beat him.
You think he'll beat him even on a PBC
Pandora, yeah,
show?
he'll beat him. Bro, Xander's gonna be tough to beat. Xander's really good.
He is good. He just doesn't have
He's
power.
really-
But he is.
He
I
doesn't,
don't-
but he be
I-
outboxing the shit out of these guys. He's
That's what I was
fast.
gonna say. That
His
if you
footwork
look
is
at
really good.
his footwork is good, his movement is good. He keeps
He's
his head off
fast,
the line.
he's
He
creative,
protects himself, and he protects himself well. Like if you look
His
at where his
defense-
hands are when he lets go of a punch, there's no big holes or openings for you to get off some nasty shit. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
you know-
the only
you know
thing
what-
he don't really have is power. I'm in the middle of a sentence. The only thing he don't really have is power. But I'm like, the dude is 22, 23. He not gonna have power yet. Like, nah, he not gonna have power yet. Like,
Hey.
nah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jules. Santiago Cervantes says, Jules, if you kick Michael, I'll send you a $20 on Cash App.
Make it 50 and we got a deal. 50,
Country, you should be.
we got a deal.
Country's our narrator.
Oh, my
I don't
God.
believe the Keith Thurman and Tim Zoo fight is not gonna happen, dog.
You don't think it's gonna happen? You don't think Keith
No,
can
it's
go
not
down?
gonna happen.
Keith don't got a lot of options. The shit is Keith don't have nobody else's. Think about it. Manny Pacquiao is back, right? So where you thought you could like wriggle yourself into a Ryan Garcia fight, because remember Keith Thurman mentioned Ryan Garcia. Yeah, it's over for you, bro. If Ryan gonna look at somebody other than Devin and other than the young dudes, he gonna look at, man. Damn, that's a lot of super chats.
Yeah.
Shit. Shout out to motherfucking Mexican Killer. Here's some money for non-alcohol. Yo, y'all gonna leave me alone, dog.
He's a non-alcoholic. Oh, go
I
ahead.
don't rule. Yo, de verdad, Mexican Killer. I wouldn't rule that shit out at all. That I can't see David headlining with like with who, bro? With who you going headline? You got to fight somebody on an undercard, bro. Real talk said Michael was caught eating a banana with his.
God damn, Michael.
Okay,
Oh,
He ain't
Oh my
Michael.
God, bro.
He ain't Michael no more. He's just Mike.
What?
Oh,
Shut
my
up to
God.
Luis.
If you
Why
want to
does
talk about
Michael-
junkies that need rehab, is that dude, bro? What the fuck?
Bro, Luis,
Real talk.
why does Michael agree with Leo all the time? That's sus. You and Leo got something going on?
Mike, yo. Yo.
Good.
God damn.
Do you not see this
ASVP?
dude's last 2 super chats? But I'm sus.
ASVP said Bud was giving Canelo his props on the Shannon Sharp interview. He'll bring a lot more than just power. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
that's
forward
true.
to that. I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But back to the Thurman shit. Who here has a clear pick for that fight? And if you do, what is it?
I got Thurman.
One for Thurman,
I have Thurman as well, too. I'll go with that.
2 for Thurman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
that's
Thurman.
him.
You got Thurman 2 undefeated? You all right, so 1 for Tim, 3 for Thurman,
Yeah, I got Thurman.
2 for Thurman.
Wait, are we sure Thurman's coming back? Is that confirmed?
It's 4 for Thurman, bro.
Yeah, 4 for Thurman. 4 for Thurman. You're right. 4 for Thurman.
I have Tim.
2 for Tim.
Oh, I got Tim definitely, man.
You fucking prick. I knew you were going to fucking do that. I fucking knew you were
I
going
picked him before. What are you talking
let
about?
me wait for 2 people. Yeah, I got Tim, yo.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Nah,
picked him
but
before.
Julius,
I
he told
said it a
you.
while ago, you fuck.
He did too.
I felt that. That was good. That was good.
Fuck.
You fuck. I'm a clip that. That was good shit, country. Good TV. I think you guys are giving Thurman too much credit. I honestly do that. His power is one. I think his power was always overrated. That's the first thing. I don't think he was ever that heavy-handed because you stopped knocking people out. You stopped knocking people out in your own division a very, very long time ago. And even if you come back and you knock out Brock Jarvis, that's Brock Jarvis, bro.
It ain't the power, it's the boxing. Because
I don't think he's.
That's what I'm
I don't-
thinking too.
You struggle with Gachet, bro. You struggle with Gachet, and Thurman's a good counterpuncher.
Wait. But I'm gonna say, I'm not trying to talk up Gachet, but it's 2 things. 1, Gachet is a U.S. Olympian. 2, he's literally a bigger guy with bigger reach. He's a bigger guy with bigger reach, bigger ring coverage.
Well, do you think he's more elusive? Do you think he's more elusive than Thurman?
I don't really think Thurman is elusive, bro. Hindsight is 2020. Luis Collazo found your ass plenty. Soto Gatos found your ass. Riverside Rocky found your ass. If they could punch like Tim with the punches that they landed, right? Let's say Luis Collazo could hit like Tim, or Riverside Rocky could hit like Tim. Yeah, I don't think you would have made it out of them fights, bro. I don't.
Cancel Christmas.
For real.
Chats are piling up.
Shout out to motherfucking Mexican Killer. Thurman pulls out again unless he doesn't. Shout out to.
Damn, country. That's on you, country.
It's country new shit.
I don't know, man. We might have to review
Another
Country's
one.
legacy,
You got
man. We
one
might have
from
to change
Luis
Country's
Mosqueda
nickname.
and one
to
from
Vince.
Santiago Cervantes. You missed them.
Oh shit! Let me go back up.
Country got Thurman until he breaks his arm, then he doesn't got Thurman.
Oh hell no!
Shout out to Santiago. Watch out, Leo. Michael's the booty warrior. Oh shit!
That was kind of whack.
Michael is the kind of guy to lick his fingers before.
He's looking this shit up on ChatGPT, bro.
Michael's the kind of guy to stomp his foot in
Looking this shit up on ChatGPT.
What kind of it?
But
You know what
how
I'm
is
saying?
that like funny though? I'm
Mike-
actually like,
Mike,
Because
you hit the
people-
refrigerator door with your hips, bro.
You know why that's funny,
you know,
Michael?
it's like how kids laugh at anything. It's like that's how
Nah,
you guys
that
know.
you know why that's funny? 1, because people don't read books no more. 2, the idea
Exactly.
of
When's
you.
the last time you read a book, Luis?
Bro, I'm telling you, motherfuckers don't read books. But 2, the idea that you doing that is what makes it funny. See, if it's Leo or me, it's not
Right.
really gonna be
It's not
funny.
funny.
But because it's you over there
Because
jerking
he's a
off with me. Let me finish the sentence, bro.
Right.
You over
my
there
bad.
jerking off with maple syrup, turning, you know what I'm saying, licking your. When you put it all together, that shit crazy. Like Michael's bucking up, watching
it make-
hockey,
and it
jerking
makes
off with maple
sense.
syrup.
And it makes sense because he's Canadian. It makes sense, bro. It's relatable.
You know what I'm saying? Mike,
Hey,
you
shout
know,
out to Michael though, man.
Y'all
Shout out
know
to
Michael.
Michael.
Y'all know Michael for real mad in Canada right now, right? Like we lucky
Hey, no,
we
that's
not
what I was
around
about to
him.
say though, Jules. Shout out
Who's
to Michael,
mad?
bro. This motherfucker
Oh, no,
just be
Michael's
stoic.
got
You don't
us
give
all
him
on
no
a hit
energy.
list,
He be
man.
Who's
chilling, man.
mad?
Yo, I can hear it in your voice. You mad, bro? I can hear it. Like yo, that dude is fucking
Michael got
furious.
us
Mike
all
doesn't
on
want
a
to
hit
get
list.
deported.
You know what he gonna do now? He gonna hop off the live and go fight his brother. Watch. He gonna start some shit with his brother. Watch.
His little brother.
Oh shit! Luis Fuentes.
That was like that was funny.
It's
I'm actually
amazing.
trying to
Country.
figure
You're
it
actually
out.
getting
Yeah, this
paid
is
to rip on
Like that was funny.
No,
This is
back to
Country's
but
fault.
seriously, back to the
No, I
Thurman
get it.
shit.
We want more
What
super
did I
chats.
Back
out
to the
here. I
no,
get
back
it.
to the Thurman
We
shit.
want more super
In
chats.
all honesty, I disagree with you, Michael, that you say that you didn't see anything new. I saw the stuff from Tim that won him the Takeshi Inui fight. He's never been a slip and slide guy. He's a catch and shoot guy at his very best. Yeah, he doesn't move his head. His torso's kind of static, but he's always been a catch and shoot guy, and he's been very good at that. Well, if you're not gonna move your head, at least protect it, and counter. And I saw that. They're like, yeah, you gotta go back to respecting these dudes. You can't just be throwing stupid ass punches. That's how Bakram beat your ass, because you came out there throwing stupid ass punches. If you in your high guard, catching and shooting, you should be okay. And to me, I just don't see what Thurman is supposed to be so good at that he gonna be able to deal with that. Because Sean Porter was all over your ass. He was all over your ass. Louis Collazo was all over your ass. Riverside Rocky was all over your ass. And these are smaller men that do not punch as hard as Tim Tszyu. They don't.
No,
I don't really
Julius,
think Tim gotta hit you that much.
Say how it is. When was the last time? Let's talk about Thurman in the welterweight division. What was the last time Keith Thurman fought a natural welterweight?
It's been a long time.
Jules,
Sean
Louis
Porter.
is asking
All
you
this-
to finish reading his $5 super chat, the second half.
You wanna stop being a hall monitor for 5 seconds, country, while Leo finishes what he trying to tell me?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just letting you know.
Because I can't
That's
fucking
what I'm
hear.
saying, country. This is your fault.
Hey Jules, you left the toilet seat up. Hey Jules, the air fryer's on.
Well, hey,
You left
look
the light
here,
on the
kid,
air fryer.
You know what?
Okay,
I've had about enough of your little ass. You better shut up, man. That fucking drunk.
What I was,
You need to get
Leo,
another
go ahead,
soundboard.
Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
what I was trying to say was, look, this motherfucker spent his whole welterweight career fighting non-welterweights. That's the truth. And now he
that's
moved
true.
up to the super welterweight. And what did you do? You fight a motherfucker coming from lightweight. So that's
true.
tell me what's your career really about? Fighting smaller guys.
Yeah, because the crown jewel of his resume is a guy who moved up. Danny Garcia. That's the best, arguably Keith Thurman's best win. Danny Garcia.
Even Chris Algieri
Wasn't the
acknowledged
Sean
that.
Porter fight a unification? No.
No, that was a regular fight. That was a mandated title defense. That wasn't 2 alphabet titles. The Danny Garcia fight was a unification. That one was, because Danny had the WBC, but Danny hadn't really done shit as a
How
welterweight.
did Danny
Remember,
get the WBC again?
he was elevated to it after Floyd.
Yeah,
After Floyd
Ooh.
vacated, he's one of the original email champions. Most people don't tell that.
That's the
Yeah. You.
I thought that.
shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah.
Devin, bro.
Oh.
No. Danny is one of the originals. That remember, Floyd gets all 3 of the alphabet titles. He gets the BC, the BO, and the BA. That was all in the Pacquiao fight. Then he vacates them all, and they get redistributed. After that, where the BC went to was Danny Garcia. The BA went to Keith Thurman, and the BO, who got that either went to Tim Bradley or Jesse Vargas. One of them. It went to one of them after Floyd vacated. And that was the line of champions after Floyd retired. So, yeah, Danny's one of the first email champions, man. He is. Shout out to Luis Mosqueda. Michael the kind of guy to lick his fingers before turning a page in a book. Michael's the kind of guy to stomp his foot when he gets angry. I don't know why they fuck with
That's
you.
cool.
I
That's
don't know
cool.
what
You know what I gotta do, bro? One of these niggas in chat, bro. I gotta go. Yo, we gotta do Border Wars, bro. That's what we gotta do.
But you're not
Louis-
mad,
Louis-
right?
Louis not
You're
mad,
not mad, right?
Yo,
But he never mad.
No.
He not mad.
I'm not. But
Hey,
yo,
Michael
I
better
don't know
than
what's
me,
up
bro.
with that.
First
Like,
motherfucker
damn.
that go in on me
But
is fucking
Luis-
mad shit.
You have all that money, bro. Use that shit. Get ready for Border Wars. We can run it.
Yo, I told y'all that
Let's do it.
motherfucker is mad, bro.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Y'all better
Bro.
leave this
Let-
motherfucker
let's,
alone.
let's both send in footage of
Like
us
what they're
sparring
calling
to
ICE as we speak
what
and
we gotta
shit.
do, let's both send in footage of us sparring to NASA Boxing Voice. Let's set that shit up, bro.
Bro, but he not mad. Leo, he's not mad.
I'm not mad.
No, absolutely
If
not.
you want to.
He's not
You
mad.
want to do it.
Michael is furious.
So
He's
to
hysterical.
me, I'm gonna say that confidently, I have Timmy beating Keith. I have Timmy beating Keith. However, Timmy beating other guys, now I question it. Like, how do you guys feel about Timmy versus Jesus Ramos?
Ooh, that's tough.
Damn. Ooh, shit.
Is that a 50-50, Jules, you think? Or
I mean,
PBC
the shit
fight.
is that Jesus is not a dude that you could say that he got beat up. He lost, but he not like somebody that got his ass whooped.
He
or
did
some
get
shit.
robbed versus Lubin. He did.
Yeah, yeah,
He got
bro.
robbed by Lubin,
But that's what I mean. That like, yeah,
He's
he got
durable
an
as
L,
fuck, too.
but
He's durable as fuck.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
but-
That if you don't knock this guy out, dog, and the way y'all fight, you know, like y'all gonna fight. Like y'all ain't gonna box. Y'all gonna fight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, actually, Jesus took his foot off the gas in that Lubin fight. I'm 5'9".
Luis Puente said, I'm 5'9", 170. Let's get you Canadian fit. Let's get. Oh shit!
We can do 180. I think
shit.
It's getting crazy out here, bro. This shit getting crazy.
I'm 5'9" too, but I can do 180.
Y'all got chill, man. Make out with each other. Come on, stop it.
Oh,
Crazy.
Man.
No. In fairness, I think Timmy can recover, right? I do think that, like, yeah, you could go back to the form that you were on, but your division is deep. You don't have a division full of old men to take advantage of. It's a lot of young gunners in here. For example, what do y'all think about Timmy versus Charles Conwell? I don't really think that's an easy fight.
Timmy steamrolls him, bro.
Say it again, Devontae.
Timmy steamrolls him.
You think he beats him? You think he knocks him out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After he lost Perez, that's
You
a
gonna
pressure
stand
fight.
right up? You gonna stand right in front of the dude? Yeah, you gonna get beat down, bro.
His slip game is okay though.
How bad did he perform?
He did. It wasn't really that. Like it's more like if Charles did something wrong, is that you didn't show layers. You just kept doing the same thing, following him and trying for shit, but trying the same shit. That's what was bad. To like, see, that's why you're getting beat, because you're not really improvising to open to pin him down and open him up. Get past his guard, open him up. That and you know he's really not that big on power. We could see that, like, yeah, you're not that big on power.
His performance was something like he tried to break him, and he didn't broke.
Exactly. It wasn't horrible. Like, I'm not throwing Charles Conwell in the garbage off of that. I'm gonna just say you limited, and that's what that, like, you're one of those limited guys that, like, yeah, you can only do this. You know, you can't really do nothing else. You can only do this. But he's not bad though. Like, yeah, there's still a lot of fights. Like, I tell your ass what, I don't think Thurman will beat Charles Conwell. No. That pressure? No. This is not fucking Brock Jarvis, bro. It's not fucking Brock Jarvis.
Well, Brock's chin was suspect before Liam knocked him out. He was getting the shit beat out of him by that. He was on a Mexican card, if you remember that. Jules.
People are looking at and is it a highlight reel knockout? Yeah, it's a great looking knockout without context. It's a great looking knockout. Like, yeah, Thurman, you look like you. But when you know, it's like, bro, Liam wrapped him up faster than you did, Keefe. Liam wrapped him up in a round. That's all it took.
Yeah. I tell you what Tim did do in the Spencer fight better. He let his hands go. I haven't seen him let his hands go like that for a very, very long time.
Nah, wait a minute. He let his hands go in the Mertzalia fight. That's why he got his ass whooped.
Huh? Oh,
he let his he let his hands go in the Mertzalia fight. Like, I think. Yeah, fucking coffee went. Shut your ass up. I cough when I want. It's my lot. Fucking wrong pipe. But I think the difference between what Tim did in the Mertzalia fight and what he did in the fight that we just saw him in is he was more patient. With Mertzalia, it's kind of like you wanted to go home early, like you just want to go in there and get him out of there, and you're not respecting him by doing that. You're not respecting him. He respected Joey a little more. Did that, like, all right, I got you. I'm gonna work my way in. I'm gonna catch and shoot. I'm gonna respect you.
But he was setting them up better, even though it was in volume and combinations. It looked like he was setting them up so much better.
But how do we know Tim is coming back, bro? This guy's had 2 fights in 7 years. Like, how do we know he's coming back?
You talking about Keith, right?
Yeah, Keith. My bad.
Because he need money, Michael, and he don't have a lot of options to get it. That's what it really boils down. The dude didn't come back for no reason, one. And two, what accents the desperation and the need for money, Brody really went to Australia, bro. You know you can't get an American fighter to do fucking nothing, bro.
He didn't want to do that a couple years ago.
Dude, they wrapped him up in an AFL Sydney.
The fact that he did it shows you that like, yeah, you need money, bro. Clearly you need money.
Hey, you know, it's another reason too. This is just my view. Some of y'all might disagree, but Keith Thurman's stupid as fuck. A shitty ass win over a Brock Jarvis. He really believes he's actually back.
For real. That honestly he does. You could tell that he was you could tell he's feeling himself like you was walking around with your dick out in the kitchen after that. You feeling yourself like relax, bro.
Always believed his own
Jarvis, bro. Relax. I don't think, being honest, I don't think Keith Thurman was ever really that good, because hindsight tells the story that when you look at his resume, what's really there? What? Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. That's
Danny
it.
Garcia.
Yeah.
That's literally his resume. Like, yeah, that's it.
Josecito Lopez. If you wanna, I don't know if you
And the Sean Porter one wasn't even clear cut.
Nah, I'll say he falls in the middle, because the guy who handled Sean Porter the best was Kell Brook. He handled him the best. Like he was. We could put Crawford in there, but it was the end of Sean's career, so I'll move that off. Kell handled him the best. Keith was second best, I would say, in handling a prime Sean Porter. And Errol, you look the worst. You look the worst with Sean Porter. The worst. You know?
You know who was always a fun fighter? Josecito Lopez, bro.
Yeah, Riverside Rocky was always a fun fighter, bro. He was always a fun fighter, bro. And yeah, we got Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank this weekend. I think that's the only fight we have this weekend, right? There's no other cards this weekend, right?
No, just a
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
But I mean, that should be fun. On the undercard, Anthony Yard's gonna fight Lyndon Arthur again. I've got Anthony knocking him out. I think he knocks him out, just like the last time. Yeah, it's a pointless.
We all getting drunk next weekend.
Yeah, yo, bro, I'm gonna fucking get cirrhosis next weekend, bro. Forget that shit, bro.
We gotta get some tall boys.
Bro, we got
too. Those are the best.
We got fights all weekend next week, which is amazing. We got Garcia Romero. Guys, run down if there's gonna be an upset, that's next Friday, bro. That's literally
the second and the third is going down.
You know what's
going down,
bro? Why is Ryan and Rolly the main event? It should have been
because they sell.
No, Ryan sells. Ryan sells.
Bro, nobody. Listen, look, all y'all closet T.O. fans, stop that shit. Stop that shit. I'm tired of that. Stop trying to sell me that motherfucker. Don't. No, you just said that shit. You just fucking. He needs to be. Why he need to be in the main event for what?
Because he's more accomplished.
But he don't sell.
It's about selling, dog. It ain't about accomplishments. It's about selling, man. Promoters can't do that.
Sacito made dinner for the old fucks like us. Yeah, they were always fun. Luis Mosqueda said, "I'm down, Michael."
Fun as fuck too.
I'm down, Michael. But since we're both Steve Claggets, meet me in the octagon so I could triangle choke wrap my dick around your neck.
Yo, hey yo,
hey man,
this is the fans that you attract, bro.
Are they gonna call that two panelists in a cup?
This says a lot about you, Julius. This is the fan you attract.
What? Hey, you heard Julius? No. Wait a minute. Don't get fucking mad at me that they picking on you, you little homo. Don't get mad at me. I ain't say shit to your ass. You getting mad at me that they fucking with him like I told them to do that. I told your ass you got fans.
It's all part of
it. Hey, Michael called him. Hey, Michael called him out, and he want to do some homo shit with Mike. Mike's like, "Hey, hold up, bro."
Yeah, let me bring Julius into this shit. What the fuck did I do? All I did was read super chats.
Man, that's just the truth.
I fucking hate all of y'all equally. All right,
can't be mad at me, bro.
Listen, man.
Everybody calm down, bro.
But listen, man. I think if there's honestly, I'm not being funny when I say this either. I'm being 100% serious. I'm going with Devin. The picture of him.
I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him. There's a picture of him. It's a recent picture, and I know what I'm looking at. He's got steroid gut. Whenever you see the abs are pronounced and there's a curvature like a crescent moon, that's steroid gut. He did not have that before. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. I'm gonna go with Devin on Friday. I didn't know about
that fight's at 140, no?
No, it's at 147 now. Full 147. Full 147. Before I thought, nah, Jose, I'm not sure. Or for that picture, I got Devin.
It could be the extra weight. Who knows?
No. It doesn't. The extra weight doesn't do that. Like if you look at a lot of those bodybuilder guys, if you look at a lot of those powerlifter guys, they all got steroid gut. It's like your abs come out, but it's almost like you got a belly with abs. And I'm like, yeah, you a skinny motherfucker, Devin.
It's like
For
your
you to-
gut is distended.
Yeah. For Devin to be, Devin is a skinny dude. He's still a skinny dude. For you to have that, and look, if you on the roids, I ain't even mad at you, bro. You just spent a year getting laughed at. You better get on some roids.
Are the roids really going to help him, though, is the question.
Well, it depends on what. No. In fairness, the roids aren't actually what makes you stronger. It's using the roids to get stronger, right? That roids in it of themselves are not gonna do anything. You have to use them in your drills, in your workout. And if Devin all of a sudden go in there and he hitting hard, you know what time it is. I got Devin. That's my pick. The upset that I think is shut up. The upset that I think is going to happen on Friday. What the fuck? I'm in the middle of a sentence. The upset I think is going to happen on Friday is Teofimo. I'm settled. I got Barboza. You're too much of a. He's too much of a space case for me. If it gets to the point where Turkey telling you, "Yo, go train," that tell me all. I like Turkey got to tell you that. Yeah, you
That's
fucking
crazy.
around too much, bro.
He wasn't in the gym.
That was
Hey,
last
Jules,
week.
I got a question for you.
There were people saying
week.
he wasn't in the gym. He
Hey,
hasn't
Jules,
been
I got
in
a
the
question for you. Before your roid gut discovery, did you have Jose?
I was leaning towards him.
Okay.
I can't lie to you that I was leaning towards him because I'm like, I just don't see how a dude that don't really throw like that. And Jose's not small. Jose's 5'11", 5'10", 5'11" at 140, 147. That's big for those weights. I didn't really see how you gonna keep him off, bro. And then you ain't fought in a year. Everybody been laughing at you, right? Like, it's a lot there to make you look at Devin like, I don't know what's about to happen here. But if you got some new peds, I do like that. I'm not against it. Y'all know I think everybody juicing.
Yeah,
so.
me and you on the same page. We think everybody's using them. All right,
think
plot
everybody
twist.
juicing.
What if final weigh-in? Jose Ramirez shows up unusually jacked.
I mean, go ahead. That's more fun for us. You see what I mean? That maybe he got some new pads. I don't know.
That makes a fight 50-50 then.
No pun intended.
But I am gonna go with off of that, and I'm telling you, I ain't playing solely off of that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Devin. If you got some new better pads, some new synthetic shit to make you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could win that fight. Because Olas Bartholomew had him looking kind of crazy. If Olas Bartholomew could do that, maybe Devin with some new pads can do a little better. Maybe he can. I'm gonna go with Devin. The fuck y'all so quiet for? Every time I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence, somebody in a hurry to say something.
No, bro, fuck that shit. No, hell no, you ain't shit, Jules.
You got
No,
nothing to
if we
say.
gotta gauge how long your pause is, we
fuck up. We have to wait
Fucking
till you
Jules, we're
Nah,
finally
bro, hold
quiet, and you bitching us.
We gotta
out
wait
about
to
it,
see how
man.
long your
Like a
pause is.
female, bro.
So we don't get
Never
to shut the fuck
satisfied.
up. Shut the fuck up.
Bro,
I like
shut
when
your
you
ass
say
up.
that.
You just mad they picking on you in the comments. Fucking Gunner said IQ Coronas are piss. H2O sending you a 12-pack of Pacifico. Well, I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. Now y'all motherfuckers conversate. I gotta take a shit.
Converse.
Fucking Jules,
How
man.
y'all
He
doing,
gets mad
man?
when we're
I haven't been on
saying
this-
something,
I
then he
haven't
gets
been on
mad when we're
a while,
quiet.
I feel like.
We can't win.
He's really snippy with you, country. You're his right hand man.
I was trying to tell Jules, I'm like, yo, bro, we're trying to gauge how long of a gap constitutes you're done or you're still in the middle of a sentence, fam. Like, make up your mind, dog.
Yeah.
I know. I laugh
No,
every
no,
time he
cut
tells
that
anybody
nigga
shut
off,
the
man.
fuck up. He does
That
that
nigga
little
fuck
stupid
off.
point that shit cracks me up.
How you been, Chris? It's been a while, man.
Good, man. Good. I started a new position at work and shit like that. So
Oh,
doing my
congratulations,
stuff
man.
scheduled, man. So,
Congrats, man.
thank you. You far too kind, bro. But yo, so what I've missed, I missed a whole bunch of shit, but that dogpiling on Devin Haney is corny because my whole thing is this: Dev should have basically simply said this, yo, this kid had to be on fucking peds to beat me, and he still couldn't knock me out. So what does that tell you about him? First things first. Oh, he beat you up. You had to use peds. Whenever you have to fight somebody, it's always some excuse or some bullshit. Like, I'm not Tank. I did it the man way, but you did it the coward way, and everybody's gonna respect the coward way if it gets him that fucking result. Because no one's saying anything about how much of a bitch Ryan Garcia is, but it is what it is. But it's real corny that people are coming after Devin Haney. Say, "Oh, I don't like Devin Haney. I don't like Devin Haney." Yeah, what is it? Because at the end of the day, it seems like it's some monkey see, monkey do type shit. Oh, you don't like Devin Haney because he wanted to fight Tank? Or is it something about him having a black father that's in his life? Let's not make it a race thing, but I'm looking for everybody outside of black people who don't like Devin Haney. You have no reason not to like him. That just shows you how much of a bitch you
Yeah,
are.
well, like
Not
me,
to Chris Eubank versus.
I was about to say, let me answer your Devin Haney thing, man. I'll give you a little my perspective. I like Devin Haney as a boxer. I don't like the way him and his father get into emotional, little skirmishes with people about every little thing that someone says about them. Like first of all, like you're a professional world class boxer, and if you're as good as you say you are as a father and a trainer, and you being the boxer, have some thick fucking skin for the environment you're in. Like I would have loved to see him handle the Ryan Ped shit. Like Cotto did with Margarito, like, all right, cool story. Okay, cool, Peds. All right, I'm just gonna sit here and be
Hey,
quiet.
Ryan Cotto, they ain't the Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto's a different breed of dude.
No,
and
hold on. No, I didn't say
put-
he has to be him. No. What I'm saying is, I would have liked to see him be more just like, okay, yep, you had to do that. Like, we don't need to run our mouth and say, okay, and we're gonna get this run back as soon as possible, and I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass. Like, that's the kind of attitude I expect from a world class fighter.
But that's never been Devin Haney. You always seen Devin Haney be on.
That's been my only problem.
That's never been him.
I don't like.
You were supposed to run it
He's
back.
seen-
That's always been my problem with that shit. If
Yeah,
you
that's the
wanted the
standard,
fans
bro.
to
You're
get
supposed to run it
behind you,
back, bro. Show
all you
everybody
had to
what's
do
up.
was run it back.
Yeah,
And
I
I
don't.
was,
I don't.
and I
That's
was,
a
and
fact.
I'm a Devin Haney fan. I was a Devin Haney hardcore fan at that time.
Yeah, I don't like
was
this
like,
punk ass
And
daddy.
the way Devin Haney's dad, and you know what, Devin Haney's dad, man, from my view, he ruins a lot of shit for Devin Haney. But Devin Haney's dad, the way he got all emotional and went in on Gabe Rosado, when Gabe Rosado said nothing fucked up, nothing wrong, he was just doing his normal analyst job, saying some objective shit, and they got emotional, butthurt, and we're talking shit to him and calling him out. I'm like, what are you doing? Bro, y'all look
Fucking-
stupid. Y'all sound like
His
angels
father's
right
a
now.
dickhead.
You know what I
His
mean?
Yeah,
father's
like
an evil dickhead.
they're too fucking sensitive, and then they're
Yeah,
going
like,
around
dude,
saying
chill,
there's
bro.
a villains
Yeah, he
now.
was wilding. He was
Like, man,
wilding,
get the
yeah.
fuck out of here, sensitive ass.
Like, cause Haney's got Haney. I mean, Haney got skills, man, but his fucking dad ruins everything for him, bro.
I
And he's
literally
such a-
wasn't a
yeah,
hardcore
for
Devin
sure.
Haney fan. It's just the shit that they did
Need-
after the loss is what made me just jump off.
Yeah,
You need to
because I
fan
looked at it like, yo, Dev, you got beat up, bro. You want to get
Yeah, that's
that back as soon as possible. You're not suing nobody. You're not doing none of that crazy shit. But if it was
Yeah,
for him to get in the ring,
lawsuit
like,
was an
you know,
embarrassment.
like that lawsuit that Lennox Lewis had against Hasim Rahman was completely different. There was contracted that if the champion has a rematch clause for him to get those titles back, and Hasim Rahman via Don King wasn't going to honor that, so they had to get some legal shit. This is not that, bro. This is not that at all.
It's they try too hard. Like, remember after the fight, that video that they uploaded, and they're like, they're having dinner, and you can hear Bill in the background, and still because Ryan blew the weight, and he's like, you can see Devin's like sad, and you punk ass Bill, and still like he's still a WBC champion.
You know why he's sad? Because objectively speaking, I don't think he can beat Ryan Garcia.
I do. I think y'all jumping off a cliff with that.
6 rounds.
I really
still,
think y'all jumping off a cliff with that shit. Like, one is perception. Nobody thought Devin was gonna get beat up, but even it is what Michael said though. He won like 5. I would give him 5 rounds in that.
He won 6 rounds.
Officially, he won 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think y'all jump. I think a lot of look. It's fun to troll Devin because of his father mostly. Because of his father. His father makes him.
That's
His
what I was
father
saying.
makes kind of makes him an unlikable in a way. Like, you got to shut
Easy
the
target.
fuck up, bro. You let your son talk. He's not 22. He's 26. Let
you.
him talk.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Thank
Like,
You just covered that, Joel.
He's,
That's exactly what we were saying.
He's 27, and he's a father now.
Yeah, like his
it's
dad.
like The shit about Devin that I don't like is why you act like a teenager. You act like a baby. You're almost 30. Talk. Why is your daddy talking so much? You damn near 30.
Right.
Talk.
Yeah.
Hey, Jules, you
That's
missed a super
crazy.
chat.
Thank
And
you,
the thing
home
about
monitor.
that shit is
welcome.
like his dad bitching about like, oh well, he blew weight, so that motherfucker, when a motherfucker blow weight and you still accept the fight, I don't want to hear shit. You accepted it.
Shout out to Don. Haney is a cunt. Get over it. But yeah, I have if Devin makes it past Jose, and now I'm somewhat sure. I'm not super confident, but I'm settled. Let's just call it. I think he's gonna beat Ryan, but it's what I told y'all. He will not beat Ryan the way that Ryan beat him. No, I don't think that.
Nah. He will stay
you're not
behind
gonna
that
whoop
jab.
yeah, like you're not gonna whoop his ass. You're just gonna win a boxing match, and that's kind of a problem.
I will
He knocked
say,
you down 3 times, bro. I don't think you gonna knock him down. I don't.
if it's
No,
at
it's too big.
140, which it better not be, but Devin
not.
saying he's going back down to 140 after this fight.
He's not, bro. Like, no, he's not,
Nah,
bro.
way
He said
too
he can
big.
make
Killing
140.
himself
Nah.
that weight. Killing himself.
Bro, all these fucking kids say some stupid shit ahead of a fight. He's not gonna do that, bro. Trust me, he's not gonna
No.
do that. Go to 40 for what? So that Subriel could start bothering you? Gary Antoine Russell could start bothering? Like, nah, I don't see that shit, bro. I don't
Harioka?
see that shit. Right? Like it's Gunners down there. Like, if you Devin, it doesn't even make sense to go to 147 anymore. You could bring T.O. up to you. What the fuck am I go down there for? For what? There's nothing down there. I
140,
helped out.
actually. That's what you said.
Say it again.
You said, if it was for Devin, he shouldn't even go up to 147. No, he should stay at 47.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Yo, you said he shouldn't go down to fight Tio at 140. He should bring Tio up to 147.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That it doesn't make sense to go down there for
Also,
what?
that's another lie, bro. Tio's not going to 147 as well. He's not.
No, he'll go. No, he'll go, but
too
not
small.
for what. He'll go, but not for 147s. He'll go if they told him. If they told him, I'm in a sentence. If they told him, "Yo, go fight Ryan," you don't think he would do it?
For
Oh, no,
Ryan,
he'll
yeah.
He'll do
He'll
it
do
for
it.
sure. For Ryan.
Yeah,
He'll do
he'll
it.
do it.
He would do it for Devin too, because now he figures, oh, Devin is chinny.
Actually, wait, he
can't-
rejected the Ryan fight. Remember? For 1.5.
but that was because he didn't like the money, you know. and-
1.5. Well, how
No,
much
no,
else are they
I'm
going to
not-
pay him after he beats
My
Arnold?
dude, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that Tom did tell the story that if you would have took it then, you would have made less than you stand to make now. If you beat Barboza, because that is what Turkey wants to do. He wants to do a round robin with all 3 of those guys. So
Which
if
was
you
what-
would have took it,
that's what should happen.
if you would have took it then, you would have made a lot less than what you can make now. So it wasn't really a bad move. Like, I'll give the bozo that much. You know I can't fucking stand him, but I'll give the bozo that much. They're like, yeah, you were right, because if you took it then, you wouldn't make anywhere near as much as you stand to make now. You know, so not bad, not great, but not bad. I think he would go up for Ryan. I think he would, because he's about to become the most sought after fight at 140, and I don't think he's going to like that pressure. Whether Gary beats Andy or Andy beats Gary, everybody there is going to descend upon him, and he's not going to. You don't really want to fight Matias, bro. Puelo, I don't even really
Who's his
think.
next mandatory?
I don't know, because this is his mandatory, so he won't have another for a while. You know,
Oh, yeah,
it'd
it is.
be like
Actually,
this is his mandatory, so he's not gonna have another one for a while. So who knows in a year?
honestly,
who's
I
gonna
don't
be-
see him winning, bro. I don't see how he's going to win this
I don't
fight.
see him winning. I'm not saying that out of spite either. Like, nah, I don't have him winning. I don't.
Also,
have him
he
winning.
doesn't have a trainer. He has his dad again.
Nothing changed is basically what I'm
Nothing,
getting at. That
nothing.
from the time you fought Sandor, all those bad performances, nothing changed. So how could you have gotten better? You need to get better, but nothing changed.
And also,
He doesn't
Reynoso
wanna get better,
abandoned
man.
him.
He
Yo,
doesn't
they
wanna get
abandoned him.
better.
I
He
know
does-
that. They didn't plan that shit. They abandoned him when he started camp. That's not a good thing.
No, and they had it all riding on having Eddie train him. You could see that for months. Like, yeah, y'all had it all riding on that shit. That
I love
Eddie's
that
gonna,
shit, man. I love
yeah,
that
like, and you remember
Fuck
what I
that
said?
dude.
You remember what I said before? If you wasn't on Top Rank when the Sandor Martin fight happened, that same fight on a Matchroom show like the Cambosos
Oh,
fight,
you get a loss.
you would have lost. Yeah, you would have lost. The Ortiz fight. Yeah, you might have lost. You might have. Yeah, if because you were on Top Rank, you had that safety net that, well, you're the house fighter. They're invested in you. But this is not a Top Rank show. Might lose.
Like, he's definitely not garbage, but he's not as good as people might think he is. He really is.
He can be. He has a propensity to be very good, but he's not wanting to leave his father. Now caps his potential. He should have been left his father. His father.
I think he's a bad. I think he's a bad student, guys. To be real,
Too late
my
now.
opinion of him is actually very low. I rate him as a B tier fighter, and I don't believe he can be more than that. I don't.
B minus.
Look, guys that are like that they're like that, they don't lose to George Kambosos, bro. I'm sorry. Gennady had a whole fucking flu and sliced up Gabe Rosado's face. Everybody else struggled with Gabe Rosado. Gennady had a whole fucking flu and beat the shit out of that guy.
Beat the dog shit out of him, bro. So easily, just off of a jab and a right hand and some body shots, bro.
So this shit that I was sick. It's like, yeah, and I'm not saying that to be a hater. It's just that, well, that is what we've seen. That the really, really, really good guys. He knew he fought with a fractured orbital bone. This man's face is legit broken. Okay, Oscar Valdez fought Quigg with a broken jaw. You see what I mean? Ja fought Breedis with a broken jaw in 2 places, still won. The point I'm making is the really, really good guys, they gonna win, dog. They not gonna lose to a George Kambosos. No, they're not.
Bro, that's bad. That's bad.
They're not. Like, come on,
really
B.
Bad. George sucks.
There's no way that happens if you really like that, and I don't really think you like that. Come on, like who really? I don't think you beat Puello. I do not like.
Oh no, he doesn't beat that. Yeah,
I don't think you beat Puello. I don't think you about to beat Arnold.
His best bet is probably Gary. His best bet,
style wise. But do you know that I think that even with Gary, the problem there is size. Gary is a big 140, a big strong 140. He's explosive. Stylistically, the fight favors Tio, but physically, the fight favors Gary. And I've seen those matchups to where, because the guy's so big and so strong, you become gun shy. You don't even want to let the counters go. Now you're just spending time trying to get out of the way of punches and blocking punches that you don't want to let your hands go. That a big, strong kid like Gary, even against a counter puncher, he might render you gun shy because now you're just trying not to get hit, you know? And that could happen to Teofimo. That could happen. I still don't know that you beat Matias. You got the style to beat him, but I don't think you're durable. I think you cut easy. I think you bruise easy. I don't really think you hold the best shot.
Man for him, bro. He's too man for him. I think he will walk him down and do him really bad. Like at the end of the day, 135. What you did to Comey, what you did to Mason Menard, what you did to them dudes.
Stop bringing up Maynard, bro. Every time we talk about Tio, you try to fucking sneak in Maynard. Like that's a big win.
I'm tired of that shit. That knockout was bad, bro.
No, it was bad. It was though. I can't lie. 35 Tio was a demon.
I think it was. I think I don't. You know, I don't believe in weight bullies, right? Yeah. I don't believe in that. But that's all I think it was. That you had a lot of size for a lightweight. That's all I think it was.
Because honestly, he's a whole different fighter.
And think about it like this: you're not just gonna try. You're not bringing that to 140. He has it, and especially with a guy like Subriel Matias, you have to understand, bro.
I don't
Richardson
have to understand.
Hitchens and everybody else don't want to fight this dude. Even when he had a belt, bro. So I'm just telling you, man. Like that guy's been walking down.
I don't really think Tio beats Hitchens. Stylist, no, that is a horrible fight for you.
That's easy.
That's a horrible fight for you.
Easy. That's easy, Hitchens.
You know what I'm saying? So, how long has he been at 140 now, guys? What, 3 years?
2022. 2022.
About 3 years. Yeah. 3 years. One in 3 years. Yeah. One dynamic performance. What does that tell you? And that's not even adding all the context. Like, I ain't even going to do all that. I ain't even going to tell y'all all the Josh Taylor shit. But I'm telling you that a dude has been at one weight for 3 years, and in the 3 years that he was there, about 5 or 6 fights. Only one of them he looked like hot shit. And that fight was what, 1 or 2 fights ago? That shit wasn't yesterday,
and
you
he
know.
couldn't stop that dude. Let's all context aside, he couldn't even stop dude that hasn't been
Didn't
that
stop
dude
Sandor
at
Martin.
40 for a long time.
Good question, Mexican. Who's in your A or S tier list active fighters? Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, Naoya Inoue, Alexander Usyk. These people.
That's
And you
it.
see that that's a short list. You know, it's not a long
That's
list
it,
because
yeah.
once you start talking about A tier fighters or S tier fighters, you're talking about complete fighters. They're not limited to fighting one way. They don't have a gimmick or a shtick. They can do a variety of things. That's what makes them complete fighters. That's what makes them A-level fighters. Whereas, you know, we know the word on T.O. We know what he's good at and what he's not good at. And we can tell that story about a Devin Haney and about a lot of other fighters that, well, you're good at X, but you're not so good at Y. And that's why you're limited. You're a B tier fighter. B doesn't have to be bad because there are a lot of good B fighters, but they're good at one thing, really, one field of operations. That's what separates the A from the B. That I could do more than just that shit. I could do more than that. What do y'all think about Schofield versus Body? Not a bad fight.
Not a bad fight, but if Schofield jumps in like he's known to, Body got power, man. Body got power.
do. You see what he did to
Ashton
Ashton?
Silk kid,
Yo, that shit was.
that
oof.
Ashton Silk kid got hit with that left hook, bro. Got put out.
He was winning.
And I was
But
surprised. I didn't even
do
think.
you see what happened to that kid? It's gonna happen to a lot of people. It might even happen to Boots. He does that switch hitting, and he switched right in front of the opponent.
Because
Right in front of him.
that's what I was gonna say. They switch at the wrong time. They switch the switch is what I noticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're not breaking down the opponent or conditioning the opponent to get ready for punches out of a certain stance. You're just switching the switch.
I
There's
think
no
they do it to confuse the guys. I think that's what it is.
no in their own mind they think they're doing that. But if you do that several times within a round, you're not conditioning him. You're not to
Yeah.
be repetitive, but when Terrence does it, it's after several rounds. Oh, he fought 4 or 5 rounds as a southpaw, then he switches to orthodox, or vice versa. The guy's expecting punches from a certain angle because that's the fight you've been fighting for a bulk of the fight. Whereas if you just keep switching, it's not doing anything. It's not really doing anything. Like
shit all the time.
yeah, like it's not doing anything. Like you're not conditioning anything if you keep doing it. You know. Shout out to mother. Wife sending me reels. I'm gonna go touch her ass after I get out of here. Bother her. And yeah, switch hitting. Julio made such a stout observation, and it's so true because you really see it more and more that it's this era's Philly shell. You got a lot of guys doing it. They're just not doing it right. They saw somebody else do it, but they can't do it at the same level of a Terrence Crawford. And I know, it sounds repetitive, but it's the truth that there's a rhyme and a reason to where he does it, whereas you guys just do it to do it without purpose. And that's why it doesn't really work for you. You don't really get the full benefit of switching off. Guys used to a right hand jab and he's protecting against a right hand jab. And then if in round 6 and 7 you switch, that is going to throw him off.
And then the worst part is too, these kids that they don't even have like one form perfected. Like they don't. Like if they go southpaw, they're not even like perfect at southpaw. Yeah. It's like, bro, if you're an orthodox, just focus on orthodox. If you can't do both, Terrence was able to do both because he started young.
Jules,
go ahead, interrupt Michael, bro.
Everybody on the stream. Yeah, I had to. But I gotta ask you guys something. We'll talk about these boxers now. Do you think these motherfuckers even study their craft?
No.
For real?
No. Because they don't love it. One, either they don't love it or they're not desperate enough. Like, you got guys, I think Leonard loved it in a way that, he the golden boy. Like, bro, he's the Olympian. You see what I mean? Like, I think he studied his craft, in other words. Like, yeah, I could see that. Aaron Pryor, guys like that, off of the desperation, and like, this is my meal ticket. This is my way out. I don't have a OnlyFans or an Instagram. None of this new shit that you see that is a distraction. They don't love this thing. So the guys that love it is the foreign motherfuckers. the Better Beef. Well, I don't think Better Beef loves it per se, but I do think he's a student of the game. I definitely think Dimitri is a student of the game. They're like, yeah, you could tell they work on this shit. And it's not like, oh, they just go through the motions, do the drills, do the sparring. They think about what they're doing to be better. Whereas I think a lot of the American guys just kind of go through the motions. They like you ain't really zeroing in on this thing. I don't
Tio
think
said
they
he
are.
doesn't watch his fights. That's what Tio said.
Well, a lot of us don't watch his fights. It's just his ass. How many times have you went back to see the Claggett fight?
Well,
I've seen that
we watch that
motherfucker
shit
once.
every day, bro. Every day.
Shout out to Domo. One way to tell that they don't study shit is that none of them pip. That's also true.
A lost art right there.
That's
bro.
a lot.
Wait a minute, though.
Pivot and a check hook, bro. A good check hook. It's
Wait a
gone.
minute. How do you explain? Even though he's not American, how do you explain Better Beef? Because he doesn't watch his fights, according to him.
I think it's because no. I agree with you. Like I've heard him say that he doesn't love boxing. He just looks at it as a job.
Yeah.
But maybe that just boils down to maturity, because what you can't question is that he is a student of the game. Even if he doesn't love it, like you could tell he takes his job seriously. He doesn't play around in the gym. He doesn't play around with his drill. He zeroes in like, yeah, he don't love this thing, but he don't fuck around. Doesn't play around with his
he's
job.
in the gym working on his craft. That's the difference. You know the problem is with a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys, if you look everywhere, there's weight bullying. There's weight bullies in every division.
Oh yes.
Multiple.
Oh
of them.
yes.
So when they actually
yes.
get to a fight camp, they're really just doing fat camp. Like they don't go in the gym. Every time they get out of when they don't have a fight, they just balloon up in weight because they're not actually working out.
And let's just call it what it is. A lot of them, I think you hit the nail on the head. That is, as the weight situation became normalized over time, what some people like to call weight bullying, it gave a lot of guys an avenue that really were never that good. I mean, like, yeah, you're not really that good. You're just big for your division.
Really?
But you're not really that good, like in a fundamental way, a nuts and bolts kind of way. You're
Jared
not really
Hunter.
that good.
Like Gary Russell, you have no business at 140, bro. Look at
Yeah, that dude is a whole
Look at
welterweight,
you,
bro.
bro.
That dude is a whole welterweight, bro.
154. Like what the hell? Even Devin too, bro. You have no business at 135 or 140.
Honestly,
Like,
no.
You should have stayed there quick and then moved up.
The weight situation gave a lot of fighters over a long stretch of time now an avenue to appear better than what they actually are, because your advantage isn't really your boxing. It's just that physically, it's your size. That physically you have great dimensions for the division that you're in, while you can still make it.
I look at Boots and I see a 160 pounder, bro. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I want to use like here's an example. Leonard was fucking great. He was a great fighter. He was great at welter, great enough, and you see that as he moved up the divisions, right? He was still a great fighter, even if you don't really think he beat Hagler, because some people don't. But he was addressing that. Yes, some people don't think he really beat Hagler, but that's not the point. That you could be competitive with someone like that at middleweight, having moved up from welter. You're a great fighter, and you can see that in the way that he fights. Now, T.O. goes up one division, 140. You are not a great fighter. We can see, like, yeah, you're not, bro. Yeah. This is a far cry from who the fuck you were at 135. It's a far cry.
Yeah.
You didn't take over 140. You're still running around saying the takeover like you won every belt there. You didn't.
Because he has a Ring magazine. He thinks you like, yo, bro, shut up.
Oh, he thinks he's unified or undisputed, man. I mean, it's like,
I mean, technically,
he's never undisputed. He's never been undisputed. Didn't have five belts. It's saying he's undisputed.
ESPN undisputed.
Shout out to Me Bustamante Saludos Ring. For years, we watched Triple G grow from a pressure brawler to an elite pressure boxer. We just aren't seeing growth from these new fighters. They stay stuck on one thing. That is so true.
I have faith in the I have faith in the new generation, though. Like these new guys coming up.
We'll see. I'm with you. I'm with you. Like Abdullah, Keisha. Yeah, I'm with you. But
this era right now, like the Ryan and the Devins, Shakur, they fight scared, bro. They just fight scared.
It's to the point. Look at Ryan, right? By now, everybody know the word is out on Ryan. If you can counter the left hook, well, he's finished, because that's all he has.
He has no chin.
That's how limited the boxers are now. That you know what they're good. Like, you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try for the left hook. You know it. And as soon as
No
somebody,
nuance.
there you go. That's what I was looking for. That you know what you're getting into. You know, with Tio, with Ryan, with Devin. You know exactly what you're getting into. There's no nuance. There are no surprises because these are limited fighters. Boots, I think Boots is okay. You know, like y'all know I'm not on the bandwagon. I think he's okay. Is he a dynamic fighter? Yes, but I see a very beatable guy, especially at 154. Especially, like, yeah, you good, and it goes to the point I just made. Well, yeah, you're all these things at 147 while you have this noticeable size advantage, but you go to 154, you might be another one that it's hard for you to be who you were. It's hard for you to do that because you're not the bigger guy anymore.
Just one question: if Teofimo moves up, who's the A side at super lightweight? Who'd be the money?
Ryan is the A side. Wait.
No. It's super lightweight, Jules.
Oh, there's nobody
super
else
lightweight.
there.
If PO moves
Somebody
up.
else there.
Oh,
Keyshawn.
The reason is Keyshawn. He sold 10,000 tickets in Norfolk. This guy doesn't even have a lot of fights, my dude. That's a lot of tickets for a dude.
A lot of people.
That's a lot. 10,000 tickets for
Norfolk again, bro.
Yeah, I would say Keyshawn becomes the A side of the 140-pound division as soon as he moves up there.
So he moves up automatically.
Yeah, and he's going to, like, bro, that dude.
Yeah,
after
he's
the
too
Delos
big.
Santos,
You're talking about weight bullies.
well, not just that, but you're not going to get none of the major fights at 135. You're not.
That as well. That as well.
You're not. You don't want to
It's a
fight
waste of
Shakur. Shakur doesn't want to fight you. You're not going to get Javante. What, you're gonna stay? You're gonna kill yourself for the winner of Abdulayev versus Muratag? Come on, bro.
And please, somebody strip Loma for the love of God, please.
I don't even know how the fuck we still here,
Please,
bro. Who the fuck keep yawning?
Yeah, I am.
Take your ass to sleep. Fucking.
Jules, what do we think of CBS?
Godzilla breath.
Yeah, that looks crazy. I gotta screenshot that.
Stop coughing. Fuck.
You do all
you can't do shit on this thing.
You can't.
But he can.
CBS is a dark horse. Fucking right. It's my live. CBS is a dark horse because.
Hey man, Country batting 1,000 tonight, dog.
Country, he's fucking furious, man.
You know what I mean?
No, but CBS is a dark horse because any guy who's worth money, right? Any guy who's worth money is always in the mix because of the money. That I asked this question in the last live. If the winner of Mikhailian versus Jack has a choice between Jai Opataya or Chris Billum Smith, who do you think they're gonna pick?
We're not going to get a fucking unified champion, are we?
I said it, Kyle. I don't know if you was here. They're like, bro, nobody really wants Jai, bro. They know, like, they don't really want Jai.
Scared of that
wants
man.
A piece of that guy, man. He's fucking...
They are scared of that man.
Mate, if Zerda fucking fights Jake Paul afterwards, I'll fucking...
CBS, if he wins this weekend, right, he's back in the mix. And you figure that, look at how much time Noel Mikhailian spent avoiding Ryan fucking Rositsky. Look how much time he spent, a year avoiding that guy. So I personally don't think if he wins, he's going to go fight Jai. He will either fight Zerto or CBS. Remember, he went to the UK looking for CBS when he was champion. He went to, he was trying to fight him. So
Zerto, mate, if Zerto has 3 belts, he won't be able to avoid him at all.
Oscar already talking about Zerto versus Jake Paul. So,
oh fuck that shit! If that
happens,
happens,
bro, that's what I'm telling you. That
he's a fucking cancer, and you know it.
Jai, I like it's unfortunate, but he's too good for his own good. And they're scared of him. Like, they're not gonna say it, but you can see it. They're like, y'all really not trying to get down. Y'all really not trying to get down. Y'all know that motherfucker. He got them fuck me eyes, and he gonna fuck one of y'all up. Y'all know that.
Who do you think's gonna come along and challenge him at some point, though?
I think he's gonna have to move up, country. Honestly, I think he's gonna have to move up.
You know what? His best bet is if Parker wins somehow, if he can win. And fuck, you'd have the biggest Tasman Aussie fight you could possibly get.
No, yeah, that would be huge. That would be because he's not a big guy for heavyweight. I want to say. He's what, 6'2", lean, very lean. And while he has athleticism and power, it's like, yo, dog, you got guys up there, 6'4", 6'5", big reach, big power.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to get rid of those guys.
I think him
He
and
probably only
Torres.
rehydrates to 208 joules.
Him and Torres would be a good fight.
No, yeah, him and Torres battle of the pint-sized heavyweights. But we don't know yet. I believe, and I'm going out on a limb when I say this. I believe Torres will win a title. He will, but
Richard Torres?
I believe he will. I believe he will be one. He'll win a title, Michael. One. I believe he can in the next era after Usyk retires, after the belts get redistributed. I could see him win one. But you not going to be the king. I don't yet. You're not going to be the king of this weight class.
I don't like his chances against an Atamo or a Wardley. Those guys are just fucking too good. They're weapons, like
Bro,
genuine weapons.
I don't even fucking know if Wardley going to beat Miller. I'm still like,
what date is that set for?
That's for the summer. I know that. That's for the summer. I think July. But y'all know I'll fuck with Flavio, but I don't really know if you gonna get rid of this. Yo, Daniel had to fuck him up, and that was in the last round of their fight. It's not like he knocked him down either. Remember, he was stopped on his feet, and it's because he wasn't punching back. Fabio, I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, but when that Clark had half his head hanging out, like you saw his skull.
Yeah, but that's Clark, bro. Clark is.
I know.
I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to sell.
Can I say something?
No, you cannot. Kyle, we can agree. Can we agree that Daniel is a big puncher? Can we agree?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Okay, and Daniel was fucking Jarrell up, and even he did not knock him on his ass. Even he did not it took a lot for Daniel to finally force a stoppage. Fabio's a big puncher, but I don't know that he's a bigger puncher than Daniel.
Well, time will tell.
Go ahead, Leo.
No. For people that's wondering if fucking Richard Torres can win a title, let me remind you: in the previous era, Vermeer Severn was holding a title. Exactly. Charles Martin was holding a title. So if those guys can hold the title, Richard Torres can win a title.
He can win a title. He can win a title. Now, will he be unified or undisputed? Those things I will not. Those things I will not sign off on. Those things I will not sign off on. But Fabio's he's in the shit, sort of. He's in the shit.
Moses is our next undisputed champion.
He may be. He may be. But I'll say that Moses is the guy that I am most confident in. That kid's really serious.
If not him, Fabio.
I don't know about Fabio for the next two fights, bro. And I'm not shitting on him. I'm not. I'm not saying that. That's not there's nothing about that fight that tells me that it's easy. Like, nah, you gotta fuck up Jarrell. That dude is 330 pounds, bro. He's gonna be walking you down. You understand that? He's gonna be walking you down 330 pounds, can hold a shot. And I know he's slow as molasses, but he's gonna fight at a fast pace. Yeah. Are you used to that? Come on.
That speed though from Fabio's going. I kind of didn't want Jarrell taking this fight.
Shout out to Mexican Killer. If Mirage, Kyle, and Kiwi ever debate, it will sound like only one. Why is everybody so fucking disrespectful?
No, hey, bro. Everybody woke up and chose violence tonight, bro. It's crazy.
That's fucking violating.
Hey, but you know what?
Wait. Let me go to Chris.
Go ahead.
Chris ain't saying nothing. Chris, what do you think about Miller versus Wardley?
I think he's gone.
Fucking homo. He fucking left. Go ahead, Alex. Miller versus Wardley.
Told him to shut up.
Oh no, but I'm saying is speaking of Ja, I want to go back to that, because he probably gonna go to heavyweight soon. When he does, what are y'all thoughts? I'd like to see his first fight at heavyweight with Bacoli.
Ooh, shit.
Yes.
I like that.
Bacoli.
I like that first heavyweight fight. I think it's a beautiful matchup.
Why does he got to get somebody hard first?
I mean, he got somebody who's got a lot of power, but also, man, Bacoli got the couple L's. Parker took him down, beat him. It's bro, Opataya, bro, he's hanging around cruiser too long, bro. I'm a fucking heavyweight material.
He needs to go up, bro. He looks.
No, he's only 188 centimeters. He probably rehydrates to only about 208 pounds.
Exactly. So now
but
imagine
Kyle,
he goes
you
through an
see-
8-week camp and doesn't have to cut weight. You know, nasty and that motherfucker be
No,
outside.
but he's got no problem. It doesn't look like he's having problem cutting it.
But he complained about it before, though, Kyle. That's why.
Oh no! Look, I think the previous fight before oh geez, what the David Naika fight?
Yeah.
Before the David Naika fight, he was having problems, and then he rocked up to the David Naika fight, and he was fine. Sometimes you have a good camp, and sometimes you have a shit one. Simple as that. But it looked great in the Naika fight.
Bro, once you complain about it once, it's like that means it's just too tough for you to make. You shouldn't be at that weight. Like that's just not good for you. But we'll see. I mean, the good thing is
Well, shit,
there's
apparently
no
Zerto can't even make weight. That's why
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
taken 9 months off.
The good thing about it is that there's no dangerous puncher for him at cruiserweight. Like Zerto don't got no power. You know Zerto's just gonna try to outbox him.
No, Zerto's going to get fucked up. And if he tries to
Yeah.
sit in the pocket with Jai, you know Jai's going to come out on top and just start fucking
Yeah.
hitting that body. He will invest
feel
into
bad
that
for him,
jelly
bro.
belly, and he will fuck it
I
up.
actually feel Jai's one of these fighters I feel bad for. I'm getting that Crawford. It's like Crawford all over
the
again,
Crawford
man.
treatment.
He
He only
cannot.
needs one belt.
Who's left for
He
him?
only
Right?
needs one belt.
He
He only needs
literally-
one belt.
He
to fucking
can't. He
throw
can't
it.
get any of these guys, bro, in the ring.
Well, nah.
No,
Well, CBS, you look at all the fucking POMs, they're all in the WBO sanctioning body. None of them are in the IBF. None of them.
It's just bums. And why does he have like 3 mandated fights in the last year when Loma has been like holding the belt hostage for almost a year and a half now, bro?
Oh,
shit's not
fucking
fair.
IBF. Oh,
That's
you know
not
what?
fair,
I like to think
bro.
they have integrity, but they're fucked.
I don't know what Jai did to the IBF, but they hate him, bro. He's had 3 mandated fights. Plus, they stripped him at one point for something that he couldn't even control. Like,
Yeah.
this shit's
Well, that was
ridiculous,
bullshit
bro.
from Golden Boy, apparently. Apparently, Golden Boy were putting on pressure to fight Breedis. They didn't even end up fighting Breedis. They fought Gulamarian, an email champion. And then they fought CBS, who's been ducking Jai for over a year and a half.
That's what I'm saying. Something about Jai, the IBF don't like.
Oh,
I think
Well-
when Jay moves up to heavyweight, I think it's gonna be a tune-up fight, and after that, he's probably gonna fight a guy like already move up from cruiserweight. If I have to guess, it will probably be Gassiev.
Gassiev?
Yeah.
Gassiev, the
Didn't
Russian.
Gassiev just lose? Didn't he just lose to Otto
No.
Wallen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost
No,
to
no,
Otto
no.
Wallen.
He had a ribbon fight. He knocked the
You know what?
motherfucker out.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind Jai and Otto Wallen out, actually. Wait, no,
That's good.
Otto just lost to Derek.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
we
look.
don't want
What about? Oh, Jai would fucking kill Johnny Fisher. He'd fuck him
Oh,
up.
yeah, he'd kill Johnny Fisher. He'd kill him.
He'll kill him.
And it'd be
What
quick,
about
too.
What about Effie Jagba?
Yes, I like that.
That's a good one. I like that one,
I
Michael.
like that
I like that one.
I like that one.
But do you think those guys are gonna fight Jai voluntarily?
I think
Saudi
I think
rules,
the
though,
heavyweights will.
Leo.
Honestly, I don't think any of these heavyweights are actually moving like a bitch. To be honest, yo, heavyweights is the most like fluid division right now. Everyone's fighting. each
Yeah, I
other.
agree.
There's no problems
agree.
at heavyweight. Like it's on fire right now because of Turkey.
Yeah, and
there's
everyone's
still
fighting
fucking-
everyone.
Yo, what would be interesting to me? Oh my god, yo, Kabayel and Jai Botaya. That's interesting.
Woo!
As fuck. That's interesting.
I don't
as
know. I think
fuck.
Caballero might be a
Caballero
little
gets
bit too
him, man.
big.
Honestly,
He'd be way too big.
yeah, I think
Well, like-
Caballero gets him.
Yeah, no. If you're gonna fight Caballero, you do it 2 years after. You do 2 years after you're fully acclimated, because it takes a while to acclimate from cruiser to heavy, especially when you're a shorter guy. And he's short. He's pretty damn short. Like if you're shorter than Joseph Parker, you're a short fucking heavyweight.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna get Jai on fighting against any
Yeah,
of
it's
the
a shame.
cruiserweights.
He would have killed Zerto. If he's going to get it, he's got to do it this year. Because if he doesn't get it this year, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, because Zurdo has options. That
Yeah.
it's hard for me to say it, but yeah, he has the Possibly the fight against this German guy. How is he called?
You're talking about what Michaelian after the Bardu Jack fight? Because I think Michaelian beats Bardu Jack.
Yeah.
I think he beats him easily, actually.
Yeah, because Badu Jack has spent like 2 years out of the ring now.
Bullshit. If he comes up with 3 belts, so Leah wouldn't be able to duck shy after that. Turkey would make sure it happens.
And after that,
But
he still has the Benavides fight, and I think Surf wants that fight because I think he knows he can beat him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Oscar's a sucker for a fucking decent payday.
Hey, do you guys ever think that Canelo's going to fight Benavidez like his last fight or anything?
No, I don't think so. At this point,
nah, that's not going to happen. He's not going to jump up to fucking light heavy to fight him. He'd do it for Bivol. He'd do it for Bivol, but he won't do it for Benavidez.
I don't know. I think he needs to stay away.
I don't think he will because if he's not going to fight him now, he's not going to do it when Canelo's older and Benny's in his prime. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Benny's had 30 fights, so he's ready.
But Benavidez hasn't been in any wars, man, and you know what I mean. Like,
well, you know what? I thought David Morrell made a good account for himself.
Yeah,
but that really wasn't a war, though.
Yeah,
no.
But I tell you what's going to be a war: Imam Katev versus David Morrell. Watch his space. I'm expecting a firefight.
Wait, who versus David Morrell?
Imam Katev.
I don't know much about
a
that.
Russian that's living in Sydney.
I mean, bro, you got me at Russian, bro. It's a good fight.
Yeah, don't fuck with the Russians. Tony Soprano, Janice, don't fuck with the Russians.
Don't fuck with the Russians.
They got some
I
tough
love you.
fighters, man.
Don't fuck with the Russians.
They really do got some tough fighters.
Yeah, well, you got Bivol, Beterbiev, Katev, you got fucking Mirzaliev. Shit, who else?
Bro, you ain't even gotta name him. Just try and find in your memory as a boxing fan a soft-ass Russian fighter or a weak Russian fighter. Like they're not there.
Well, Gasayev was undefeated. Didn't Gasayev fucking knock Ortigas out before he took on?
And they ain't even got to be Russian, man.
Alexander
Just those Eastern Europeans, man. They're just those motherfuckers are tough.
Breedis was made of someone else. Breedis was a truck. Yeah. To be the best, you got to take out the best. I truly believe that.
Yeah, but coming back to the super welterweight conversation, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Because
Walter? Okay.
Yeah, because Fundora is he gonna fight any of these guys? Really? Or is he gonna
you know what, Leo? I think he wants the Tim Tszyu rematch because if he gets a stadium with Keith Thurman, Fundura's gonna want that payday. And he knows he can't sell in Vegas without Virgil. And Virgil's a much tougher fight than Tim.
And Virgil is gonna whoop his ass.
Virgil whoop his ass for sure. I'm curious about Ioannis Talanis. He's the interim super world champion. Terence going to move up and vacate. And will Jesus fight Talis? That's interesting. Hey, wouldn't mind Jesus as champion.
And Jermel is really coming back. He has a fight.
I don't know where he's going. He's fucking taking a vacation. What do we think of Xander Zayas versus Sebastian Fundora, Leo?
I think Sandor got this.
Xander's got this?
Yeah. I think he has.
I don't think it won't be too awkward for him being a southpaw and being much taller and Xander not having that knockout ability. Not really, anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I saw Fundora fight against Tim Tszyu, it was like, yeah, you're using your jab, you're using your length, but the guy cannot see where you're throwing.
Yeah,
so that's the reason why that's working for you, because you don't actually fight that way.
Well, guys, they just made it official that Brian Norman is going to fight Jin Suzuki in Japan in June.
Oh, awesome!
Well, it is, but I mean, the first thing that came to mind, and I'm probably going to say this on the next episode of the relay, is Boots, you need to move up. You're not going to unify shit, bro.
Yep.
You're not going to unify shit.
Mm.
You're wasting your time.
Mm.
If Barrios is fighting Pacquiao and this guy's fighting
Yeah, that's
Jin
gonna fuck up everything.
Kawasaki, yeah, forget it, bro. You're not getting another. You'll be lucky if you could get another one before this year is up, because you got to fight Shakram Gayasov over the summer months. You got to take care of him, and hopefully you come through that to then maybe have one more before the year is out. And it's going to be expensive. That's the other thing. You're not going to get them dudes in the ring for cheap. You're not going to get them in the ring for what you paid Stanionis.
And the weight is also a concern for Boots. He did not look good in his last weigh-in.
No, he didn't. Yeah, you might as well move up,
Yep.
Thankfully, I'm not one of these guys that bought all of the Boots stock. If he goes up there and gets exposed, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know with any certainty that you could beat a Bakram or Tazaliev. The only guy that has a belt that I think you could beat is Sebastian, and that's because he sucks. But you get hit a lot. That's the other thing. You get hit a lot.
Yeah, he does. But he does take him pretty well. But I'm just thinking, is that because you're just so much bigger than your opposition,
Yeah, but
you're
from
taking
welterweights, not junior
Exactly.
middles.
Junior middles are fucking hit much harder.
Yeah.
Jesus, bloody Boachuk,
That's one of those weights.
Virgil.
That's one of those weights where the discrepancy is gaping. Like, say, 60 to 68, right? But 75 to cruiser, 75 to cruiser. Oh, that's a motherfucker. And welterweight is like that. That there's a difference. There's a difference, and it's a glaring difference between 47 and 54. Yeah, there's a difference, dog. You go to 54, some big boys up there, bro. Right?
Power's different. Yeah.
Who has faith that Leo? Do you think that Boots will be able to stay in character as a junior middleweight?
Not against everyone.
Yeah.
For example, if you're talking about a guy like that's gonna box, like Sandor Sayas, you have a pretty good chance to beat him, because I think you're better. I think you have more experience than him. You all have similar size and all that, but I think you have the advantage in that fight. But against a guy like Sergey Bogachev, I don't know. I don't know if you are going to be able to handle that kind of pressure, because that guy is big. That guy has a good punch selection, and he doesn't stop throwing fucking punches. So I don't know if your power is going to be enough to keep enough weight like you did to all these other guys.
Sergey's got a fight coming up. It's an okay little fight with Mikhail Fox. He should win. I think he should win, and they're doing the right thing, keeping him busy. Because you can't just wait around for Turkey to call you all fucking day, right? You got to fight.
Nah. Yeah.
So he's got that fight with. He should win. For those that don't remember, I think it was Igis Kavaliauskas that beat Mikhail Fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He outworked him, and you remember that. Igis is a brawny guy, but not a big guy. Brawny guy though, very strong, very active, very mean. And Sergey's just the bigger version of that. He's just a bigger guy who's gonna do the same thing. So he should win that fight. Some people are criticizing Gabby Fundora. I've been noticing that. I wanted to talk about that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is like, but I've noticed it in the comments section of my videos, and I noticed it on Twitter. And the main thing that they keep saying is it's not fair that she's as big as she is. What do you guys think about that? Is it unfair that she's tall?
No, that's bullshit.
She looks a bit big for the weight. It's way too easy for her. She looks like she's beaten easy fights. Don't get me wrong, it's not Gabby's fault. She's still very, very young. She's still going into her body. So it's not on Gabby. But honestly, if it was for your cost of eye fight, for her to stay at
I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit. I don't.
Okay.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. I don't need Fundora versus Valle. That's ridiculous. I don't need
I know.
that.
Well, I'm just saying, just for a cash grab, that makes sense.
No. Fuck that.
But-
Don't make that bullshit. Like, you don't put my Yokasta in. No.
All right, then if
Fuck that shit.
If it's not going to be there, then she
I'll go
moves
after
up
Kyle.
because there's nothing there for her. Then there's nothing at flyweight for her.
And there's
Yeah.
no reason you can't go to Superfly. Like, you're bigger than those girls. There's no reason you can't go to Superfly. Go to Superfly.
Yeah. The only challenge she will have is the Japanese girl in Mizuki. And shit, after that, I don't know, maybe see if you can challenge the Undisputed for a Bantam if you really want to test yourself.
No, I mean, the good thing about the super flyweight division, unlike the flyweight division, is Matchroom has girls there. They have girls there.
Yes. Yes.
I think a couple of other outfits have girls there, not just Matchroom. Like, I know Shannon Ryan is there. I think some of the other outfits might have one or two girls there. So, you know, there's better girls at Superfly than Fly. And I see no reason you can't go up there and have fights with them. There's no reason you can't, you know? And if you you are, and this is the other thing, if you are gonna stay at Fly for one or two more fights, you don't need to be fighting fucking Yokasta. You need to fight Kenya. You need to fight Virginia Fuchs because they're there too. Kenya's your mandatory challenger via the WBC, I think it is. WBA or WBC, one of them. Virginia Fuchs is there. You can fight them. You should not be looking at no fucking minimum weight. That's ridiculous.
Problem is, she gotta watch them both.
I don't know about. I mean, like, with
Ginny
Kenya,
Fuchs, like I watched. Yeah.
She could beat Ginny. She could probably beat Ginny. I don't think it would. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know about easily. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Kenya is a motherfucker. Kenya can hurt you. Kenya is more experienced. Kenya is a motherfucker. She can hurt you, you know, and she's gonna try to get in your chest. She's gonna fight the right. She's gonna fight the right fight, and she can hurt you. But yeah, you know, you don't need to be fighting Yokasta Valle. But I saw people taking shots at her just on the premise that she's tall, and I'm like, see, that's silly. So what? Would you have said that about Tommy Hearns? Would you have said that about Mark Breland? Would you have said that about Paul Williams? You know, oh, this isn't fair. They're tall. That shit. It sounded like some whole shit to me. Like,
I ain't even got to go there, man. I would say this. I got 2 points on that front. I'm like, for one, once you reach the world-class level, you're expected to be able to know how to handle people who are taller and have longer reach than you. No fucking excuses. Two,
I agree.
Have you seen Gabby's fucking fights? She's right there in the pocket with everybody. She gets hit. She's willing to take one to give one in every fight. So I don't want to hear that shit.
You know what? Her defense is way too good.
It just comes off as some hoe shit to me because what are we now saying that, oh, it's unfair for you to be taller than your, like, come on, dog, like, give me a fucking break. You're so tall.
So what are we gonna start saying about heavyweights? Oh, he was 30 pounds heavier than him. That's not
exactly
fair.
like what kind of gay shit is that? Like, she's too tall.
Clearly unfair, Alex.
I honestly think that she'll be better challenged if she moves up.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, of course. Like
some much better fights, and like, you know, she may or may not be as dominant as she is now, depending upon who she fights. You know,
that's a fair evaluation.
No, but those motherfuckers that were criticizing Fundora in your comments, because those were your videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are those same motherfuckers criticizing Sebastian Fundora for his height and reach advantage?
No, Rafael. No, exactly. That we can do this all day about guys who are or girls who are big for their divisions. Like Rafael Espinoza is 6'1" at 126. 6'1". That's insane. Sebastian Fundora is 6'4" at 154. Like Diego Pacheco is 6'3" at 168. Like height isn't everything, guys. Like I know it's an advantage, but it's no more an advantage than speed or power or movement. Like, yeah, you have advantages as a human being. You're going to have advantages. Everybody's got different advantages. But to start crying because, oh, this girl's too tall. Like, what kind of, I don't know. It's weak. It's like, yeah, her brother's tall, but that didn't stop Brian Mendoza from knocking him out.
Hey, Jules. Hey, y'all, I got one. Hey, that's not fair, man. They're too short. They're hard to hit.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, let me
Yeah.
grab my coffee. I'll be right back.
I would say that's
Yeah.
a sad excuse for somebody who doesn't know how to properly analyze boxing, man. They're just saying dumb shit.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal was too tall for the NBA. That's not fair.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. If and when Boots goes up to 54, do you think he'll carry his power up? I mean, he's not a big power puncher, but he's not little. He's not pillow-fisted either. But do you think he'll have power up there, or do you think it'll just kind of decline a little bit and be more like?
I mean, I think it depends on who he fights. I'll give you a rundown right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I think Crawford retires after the Canelo fight, so he's out of the picture.
Yep.
But if he comes back, serious problem for Boots. He loses. Fundora gives some issues, but he can beat him. Murtazaliev gives some issues. He can beat him. He beats Tim Tszyu. Virgil Ortiz, big problem for fucking Boots. Madrimov, big problem for Boots. Boachuk, problem for Boots. Not sure who wins that one. He beats Mendoza. Ramos gives him issues. He probably wins, and he'll smoke Jorge Perez.
I don't think he'll want to go near Bakram.
No, I don't think he beats Barkram. I think he washes Madrimov easily, but I don't think he washes Murtazaliev.
I don't know, man. I don't know how Boots in his first experience with somebody who's got some pop, who can hit, who moves really well. It's very unpredictable and unorthodox.
I'm not sold on I'm not sold on his power though. Madrimov.
He's a natural 154, so I don't know, man. Like
he doesn't.
That's fair. That's fair. It's fair to say that Madrimov could land with more authority on Boots than Boots is used to. Who's the biggest puncher? Even now, okay, you fought Stanionis. Stanionis is not that big a puncher. That's why he couldn't knock out Thomas Dulorme. Remember, Thomas Dulorme went 12 rounds with him. So the question is still there. Who is the biggest puncher that Boots fought? Stanionis? Oh, he's not that big a puncher.
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. He's not okay. Then you haven't really fought, and it's not hate. It's just look. If a guy's going to 54, those are the questions you're gonna ask. Did you fight the big punchers? With Crawford, you knew. Did he fight a big puncher at 135 before he moved up to 140, or a sizable puncher? Yes, he fought Ray Beltran. He fought Gamboa. Those guys could punch. You knew that. So when he goes to 40, you're like, well, he's seen power before. Good power. Seen it before.
Let's take, for example, the Madrimov fight. When Madrimov fought Terence Crawford, it was a chess match, fate on fate in the middle of the ring, trying to search for openings. And Terence actually it took him a while to figure out to try to punch punches together against Madrimov. Virgil had a better time fighting him because he was battling forward behind a hard guard, throwing about a bunch of fucking punches. That's not Boots' style. Not
It's
really.
It's not.
So if you try to have a chess match, a boxing match in the middle of the ring with Madrimov, that might backfire.
That's the other thing, Leo, that we know what bothers Boots by now. Movement. And what the fuck does Madrimov do if not fucking move? Sometimes he moves too much.
Yeah. What do you think about him and Boachuk?
Stylistically, right? It's supposed to be a good style matchup for Boots because Boots does well against guys who want to mow him down. But just like Leo said, this is not a little guy. This ain't Roman Villa. This is not Stanionis. I mean, this is not Stanionis. This is a guy, but how tall is Boachuk? What, 5'11", 6 feet tall?
Yeah.
Punching machine. All this guy does is throw punches, and he has ring coverage when he does it. For those that don't know what ring coverage is, that's tantamount to a runner's strides and the amount of ground that they can cover in a step. For a puncher, a big guy, 6 foot, let's call him 6 feet tall, 6'1", long arms. When he throws that jab to come in, you got to cover up because he's way out there. You're not close enough to get the counter out. You got to cover up. He throws that jab. He steps into it. He brings other punches over. Before you know it, he's all over you. That's ring coverage. Boachuk has that, which is why he's such a pain in the ass that he doesn't actually need to be close to you to hit you. He has the length to get in safely, and then you know what he's going to do after that. For Boots, he's got the style that makes you look good, but he has more size than you've ever seen. You look huge next to these welterweights. You wouldn't look huge next to him.
Yeah,
so can you deal with that?
Well, say because if Stanionis had Bohachuk or Virgil power, bro, he backs up Boots the whole fight.
Maybe.
Like he's gonna have to respect that, bro.
Okay, and Keenan actually has a good point. What about his chin? How will that hold
Do
up?
you? I mean, let's be honest, guys. Do you guys trust his chin?
At 154, no.
At 154, I think so. Yeah, he can hold the shot.
I don't trust
think he's
against the
gonna-
top 10 at 154.
I don't think
I'd
he's
say
going to go
about-
up to one hard punch.
I'd say about
Um,
80-20.
I'll say it. I'll say it. I'm not gonna ride the fence. I don't trust his chin. I don't. The way you get hit bothers me, because you get hit clean, flush. You're not rolling it. You get hit clean. Guy 54 hits you like that. I don't think you're gonna like that shit.
And
at
the
all.
style with which he fights, Jules, that's a style where the whole purpose is to not get hit.
Yeah.
And he gets hit clean a lot.
Have we ever seen Boots get shook though? Like really shook?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we did in the in the Karen Chukadzian fight. Shook,
fight,
right?
you think?
Shook. The second one,
of course.
the second one, like, yeah, he was getting rocked in that fight. Now, I'm not saying he's on Queer Street. No, I'm not saying he was woozy, but have we seen him get rocked? Yeah, he got rocked in that fight. He got rocked in that fight.
Because I haven't seen him get rocked too often.
I've seen punches get in too often. That's the thing that
Okay.
the punches, these short hooks that get in, those are killers, bro. Those short hooks that just because you could take them from Stanionis or Evanesian, right? That's them welterweights. If you got junior middles getting in with those same short hooks, that's a fucking disaster, bro. It's a
Especially from
disaster.
Eastern Europeans. Boachuk or Murtazaliev, they love those punches.
Yeah. Remember, ain't that what he beat Timmy with? With what
Oh,
was
fuck
it?
yeah. Left hook.
Short left hook, counter left hook.
Yeah. Didn't even look like much, but a fucking... After that first one hit...
Boots has a long way to go before... I'll say Boots has a long way to go before I really trust him as a fighter. I trust him against anybody and everybody at 147 right now.
Yes.
But at 154, no, jury's out. No.
Yeah.
Because you got the same shit. You got the same shit going on the Teofimo had. That you're very big for your weight, so that translates into strength. But you ain't gonna be big at 154, and you damn sure ain't gonna be big at 160. You're not.
No.
So
yeah, Janabek would fucking wreck him at 160.
Yeah. Talking about him like he said he wants to, and I don't begrudge his ambition if that's what he really wants to do, become undisputed at all those weights. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, no, the PBC to make a fight as big a bullshit as Pacquiao versus Barrios, they're gonna be just too big of a wall to get over.
I mean, if there's nothing else on that day, I guess I'll watch it. They're saying that it's not going to be a pay-per-view, which is a plus, right? We could just watch it because I don't think a fight like that should be a pay-per-view.
No, not at all.
We can just watch it and enjoy it. But as a consumer, do I want to see a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao? No. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. For what? The
Sasaki-
guy's old.
Sasaki versus Norman, I like that. Shit, Sasaki
that's
could
a good-
bloody
that's- No, those are good.
If Sasaki wins, shit, that Boots will get his
Yes, I agree.
shot.
I agree with
Another
that.
shot.
Yeah. I agree. If Sasaki handles Bryan in June, because I believe it's in June, that leaves plenty of time for Boots to handle Gaiasov and schedule one more unification match before the year is out. You could do it in November or December. You have just enough time that you could do it, just enough. But yeah, I agree with that. And hopefully Jim pulls it off so we could laugh at Brim. That'd be fucking great, bro. That'd be fucking great.
Oh yeah, that one.
Because I fucking hate that pom-pom wave and shit. Like, bro, relax, bro. It's fucking Brian Norman, okay? You have gone full Johnny fucking Cochran for about a year over Brian fucking Norman. That's insane, bro.
So Andy Hiroka and Sasaki, they've got the same promoter, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Those are supposed to be part of the same bill, same card. That'd be a hell of a card, man.
That's a great card. I love that card.
It. Yeah, ESPN's going to be the one that carries it. If you go to if you go to Top Rank's Twitter page right now, it's up. It's official. Yeah. It's going down. Mexican Killer said, in the Berlanga card, who's getting exposed? I have Teofimo getting exposed. Do you guys have?
No, the Berlanga card, dude.
Berlanga card, yeah. Wait. No, he said the Berlanga card.
And he spelled it wrong too. So yeah,
that's a good question. Morel's fighting Imam Katayev. It's not a little guy. That's a sturdy motherfucker. That's a solid motherfucker.
I'm going with the Russian.
You coming off a loss. He might lose that shit.
Hey, maybe
Morel, he might lose that shit. You think Berlanga gets exposed?
Hey, what if Berlanga has a Jaime Munguia moment post Canelo, bro?
I'm saying the shit is that's to me that's a 50-50. I really think Shiraz fundamentally to me is a better boxer. He showed more dynamic. He's proven to be more dynamic to me compared to Edgar. But Edgar's a big boy. That's not a title fight. He can rehydrate to whatever he wants. Might be 200 fucking pounds the night of the fight.
Yeah.
So
he was way heavier than Canelo when they fought too. But I mean, that's not fair because Canelo's Canelo. So
yeah, but that goes back to the conversation we was having earlier, country. That these guys, a lot of them, they're surviving off I'm big. I'm not necessarily a great boxer, but I'm big.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. You still happy with Zapata to beat Shakur, Jules?
Not so much.
Yeah, I've lost it too.
It's not that I'm. I still don't think that's an easy fight. I just don't. A guy like that who's just going to keep following you around and throwing a tornado of punches. I just don't see how that could be easy for Shakur. But at the same time, you know, you hit Tevin Farmer with everything, and he just wouldn't go away. It could be that Tevin's tough. It could be that you just don't crack that hard.
Zapata's always been a hard cracker. I think maybe Kevin just got a thick ass head.
Yeah, but there were a couple moments in that fight though where other refs would have stopped it.
That's true.
That is
true.
Yeah, that is true.
Like,
but through volume of punches, not necessarily because.
Bro, there was like 3 different occasions where one man's wasn't responding. His eyes actually went straight for a second. Like, come on, man.
I mean, this is a weird off the wall scenario, but if Shakur in the first half of the fight, while he's fresh, fast, and his reflexes are sharp, if he can set him up, I think he can hurt William Zapata. I thought about it. I think he can. He'll probably break his hand doing it though.
Like the punch you don't see coming kind of shit.
Yeah, you know, not because Shakur cracks hard. We know he doesn't. But if you could catch him with some shit early as he's coming forward, and if that happens enough times, you could cause him to simmer down, to hesitate, and that'll slow the pace of the fight down enough that, you know, you can Shakur Stevenson all over it.
Like, might not hurt him permanently, but hey, a knockdown's a knockdown. You know what I mean?
think a good strategy would be he should rough Shakur up and make him very uncomfortable.
I mean, that's the only strategy. That's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. Like, you can't box him. You know what the fuck happens then. You got to, you know, fight the saying, country. Box the fighter, fight the boxer. If this guy want to box, fight him. If the guy want to fight, box him. That's it's a good methodology. But it's still it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Looking forward to it. A lot of people moaning that he's not in the main event. Who fucking cares?
Hey, he's on the card. The fight's happening, man. So let's be all grateful. You know?
Exactly. They're talking about doing it. Talking about doing it in Central Park, New York. That's where they want to do it.
Because we weren't sure it was going to happen for a while there. We're like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just glad we fucking getting it. Like, at least we getting it. The fuck? It's a good fight.
Matias versus Puello. Another fucking great fight.
That fight.
That is a 50-50 for me. That is real 50-50.
I may be Dominican, but I don't want Puello to win. I want belts to go to guys who fight, who hit hard, and who bring action. And that's not Puello. I want Matias to win that fight.
I'm taking Matias in that fight, man.
Paulie's
Sure
taking
is.
Matias. Paulie
Sure
has
is.
Matias. For those who have some stock in Paulie Malignaggi, he has Matias knocking out Puello.
I agree with him. I
He has
think
him
he
knocking.
would.
Yeah, he has him knocking him out. Like we'll see. We'll see. It's not like
I-
Puello looked good in his last fight. He didn't. Got lumped up by Sandor
He
Martin.
didn't.
You
I
know?
thought Martin won. Fuck.
Yeah. Sandor's got tough fucking luck, man. He just keeps getting fucking jerked.
Yeah, he gets screwed every time. Man,
You know?
fighting England, see if you get better luck there, because fucking hell. I think he beats Catterall.
Sandor, I could see that. He showed moxie in the Puello fight. He did. Like you wonder.
Yeah, he really did. He pushed it. He pushed the
Yeah,
envelope,
like you
which I like.
wondered. These are two boxers. Who's gonna come forward?
Yeah.
These are two
No, it was more
boxers.
entertaining than I thought it would be. It was a good fight.
And Sandor, he decided like, nah, I'm gonna take it to him. I'm gonna take it to him. And,
Yeah,
and he
fuck,
did.
yeah.
To me, he did a good job. He could have won that fight, but cynicism, man. Like you ain't winning against the PBC guy on the PBC show. That ain't gonna do that.
I've almost sold my stock on Catterall though.
Well, shout out to Beats, because Beats has brought it up on more than one occasion. He's one of the only content creators I've seen say it on more than one occasion. Catterall has good everything, but he's just a weird fucking fighter. Like he has good power. Like when he wants to sit down on his punches, there's something on it. But he just it don't come together.
So how do you think he'll go against Dalton Smith? All English clash.
Oh, I fuck with Dalton, man. I really do, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Dalton's killer. I like Dalton. He's a good boy.
I like him, but I could see him getting out hustled by a guy, maybe not Catterall, but by a guy like Catterall. You seen the Jermaine fight? You move on him, take something off the punch. He can't find you. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I could see him getting outboxed, man.
Yeah,
he gets, he gets the winner of Puello versus Matias.
Oh boy.
Oh,
he's the mandatory for the winner of that fight.
But you know what? Dalton's got the right style for him. For Matias.
For Matias, yes, I agree with that.
Yes.
For Matias, yeah, he do.
He does.
The shit is getting good again at 140, because 140 was
Yeah,
like
it
a
is.
wet fart for a while. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on at
Oh
140?
damn, we
bro?
lost Leo, man.
Well, then again,
Man,
Sujo
wet
wins
farts
the belt.
fucking suck,
He can
bro.
always
Shout out
chase
to wet
down
farts, dog.
And yeah, on that note, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. I'm gonna try to get some pussy.
Night,
I'm
fellas.
fucking tired.
Peace
Boys,
out, guys.
have a good night.
Now, you guys stay sexy. Say hi to Michael for me.
Damn.
Man, Michael got obliterated tonight.